I have hit the recording button, and I'm gonna try not to fuck it up as bad as I did last time. Oh my god.
Pat.
Hannah can attest, when we got that comment and I re-listened to it, I was just like laughing hysterically about it because I could not deal with it. Like,
Vivian would appreciate that.
I never once thought that I'd never even considered that would come up on the recording, despite the fact that it is recording my desktop audio.
Which is so funny.
Additionally, there's like, I want to say like 30 seconds of missing audio where, because I was trying really, the reason
like
I pulled up the
half.
Poppet and a bunch of other stuff was because I was really trying to pay attention. And at one point, I also switched to my Bluetooth speaker so I could get up and feed the cat without missing any of the conversation, and that ate a bunch of the other audio too. So I just I flubbed it twice, super hard in the middle of this extremely dramatic, very like intense conversation. Deeply funny. Apologies. I'm gonna try and make sure that doesn't happen again.
Okay, no.
Oh god.
Trust me, they found it very funny.
So funny.
It is
I can
funny.
attest to this.
It's so funny.
It's very, very good.
Matt and Eli. I was about to say, are you aware of this?
No.
So, in
Random.
the recording for our previous
Which one?
the last session.
Okay, so the 4 hour and 31, not the
Yes, it's the
45,
part
the
two.
54 minute.
Yeah.
The part 2 one.
It's the part where Peshmina and Zeron are like by the oasis having this big conversation.
There's a little bit of audio. It cuts out for a bit, and that's when I switched it to my other speaker. And there's a bit where this like AI woman's voice goes, "Welcome to Poppet. Let's play." And because I had pulled up a virtual fidget toy in one of my browser windows, and then you can just hear while Peshmina and Zeron are having this heartfelt conversation, you can just hear loudly over top of that, just like.
Wait, yeah, there's a comment too. Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how we
what I
knew about it.
noticed.
That's how I learned about it.
That is that is my friend from my Curse of Strahd campaign. Because I've been screaming to her on the side, just like, okay, this confession is happening. And they're like, please, you gotta let me know. You gotta let me hear it. And so I'm like, all right, here you go.
That is so unfortunate because that is the exact bit that
And it's the same
So
session I
I said-
accidentally hit my power strip and turned
Yeah.
fully powered off my computer.
So it was just so much fun. And like, they just said this to me.
Suffering,
And
struggle,
I lost
strife.
my mind.
Oh god. I
Vivian, this is for you.
cannot express.
okay.
It was so
okay.
it's bad and unfortunate. I do feel pretty bad about it. But it was also so funny.
It's so fucking funny.
It's just absurd.
I got
It's just so
hate
good.
crimed by my own ADHD. Which is very funny. I just gotta go back to
very good.
gotta go back to shaking paints and flipping poker chips. All right.
Honest to
Oh,
God.
my goodness.
Welcome to me. I just have my desk has so many little things that I can just mess with.
I explicitly brought more fidget toys from the
God.
coffee table to my desk so I would have more things to mess with.
Literally have a fidget axolotl that I just
Good.
mess with all the time. I'm literally holding it right now.
I'm really glad that for the most part, audio filtering also so I have little hobby model paints on my desk because I've been painting miniatures, and they have little mixing balls in them, and I like to shake them because they rattle and they make a satisfying sound and they're fun to shake around.
They do.
But luckily, noise filtering cuts most of that out, almost all of that out.
I did
So that
hear
I
it a
can do
little
it.
bit last session, though.
It does happen every once in a while, and I try to be cognizant of it. I'm usually watching my little voice meter to try and see if it's picking it up or not. But yeah,
Little
it's
noises always get through.
and Anywho.
I always watch my portrait to see if it lights up. And if it does, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, exactly.
My Discord has been like overly sensitive sometimes because there's a big chunk of like last session and I think even the session before that where like my portrait kept like lighting up and it was just there was no registered sound. It just kept blinking on and off.
Mine did that for a while just because I had to have the noise gate completely down on my mic. So like I wouldn't cut out because there was obviously always the problems of me cutting out because Discord just doesn't like my voice. Which is so much fun.
Yeah. I keep thinking about, like, actually investing in, like, a software audio board so I can, like, do mixing and then just send that audio through to Discord. Especially because then I could do, like, funky voice effects and stuff.
Yeah.
If you will actually excuse me one moment, I have to refill my rice bowl because I just ate.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Gives me time to read this.
I just remember the moment I was like checking on those uploads. I saw that comment and I went, no. Just like
it is really funny.
It's really funny.
That's why I don't know if y'all get like Steam notifications that pop up on the bottom of your screen. I do, and I don't know how to get rid of them. But if you'll see me like open up a game during the middle of D&D, it's because it's like I just want to keep like just like I need something to keep me occupied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else to do because like
that's what I was saying.
In the same boat.
No, yeah, that's what I was telling them. I was like, you can't feel that bad about it because we all literally have
all
things that we're trying to do.
We
to, like,
all do it.
Everyone's got a funny little thing
focus.
in there. Yeah.
It's to help you focus. To listen to what's going on.
Mine's like physical, so I have my desk is a mess. Genuinely, there's so much here.
Yeah, same.
Legitimately,
at my clutter.
we should all go to like a children's museum where they've got like all the like big tactile displays and shit.
Museum, please.
Like we should do that.
I love that.
Collectively.
I love that. Unironically, let's do it.
I've thought we should go on field trips for a long time. Just because I think it would be fun.
Trips.
I've had a few specific, like, okay, I need to find a dead mall that we can play Apocalypse World inside, that we can do, like, a one-shot of that in a dead mall would be super fun.
Do the actual RP.
Yeah, exactly.
In the mall itself.
Stuff like that, I just think would be, like, super fun.
I love that.
Plus, there's a million things in Chicago. They recently opened a, like, RPG dinner theater thing in Chicago that looks like maybe a little targeted at people younger than us, but might also be fun.
What is it?
I forgot. I think it was called the 20-Sided Tavern.
I think I've heard of this.
I remember seeing stuff about it.
They were advertising really hard on TikTok for a while. Yeah, it's at the Broadway Playhouse. In Water Tower Place, apparently.
Interesting. Yeah,
Formerly
that's
known as the Drury Lane Theater.
This thing is not loading.
Anyway, it's like partially participatory.
I would go, but I have some people that I don't really like that work there.
Ooh.
Good to know.
I mean, it's not the end of the world.
I mean, we can go literally anywhere else.
It's literally just waiting for Harry Potter, the experience to be done. I just don't run into them.
Reasonable.
That's
anyway,
we
should. I would be super down to plan some field trips. That would be a good time.
I would love that.
Anyway, Dungeons and Dragons, the thing we are playing right now.
And then some dungeons.
Dungeons and/or Dragons. I hope you're ready for a hardcore dungeon crawl starting right now.
Let's go!
Oh my god, is it a dungeon crawl to get to Anaro?
That would be the biggest mega dungeon ever created.
All of Rackentha.
You have to travel from Mirage to Anaro room by room.
Let's go.
More like cistern by cistern.
Yeah.
Is Eli back?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons in Gaiul Rackentha. I'm so glad all of that's on the recording.
Wait, this is on the recording?
Yeah, so far.
We started
When did we start?
Don't
15
worry
minutes
about
ago.
it.
Oh,
If you need something hard cut out, if you
No, it's
want to
okay.
not say
It's
something,
totally
that's totally
okay.
fine. I say I won't edit these. I will edit them if anyone has something they specifically want edited out.
nah, it's fine.
For safety reasons and personal well-being. But we're
I'm just gonna really quickly then just give my nemesis's social security number
no,
out really
no,
quick.
man, stop, no. Don't force it. I mean, look, I don't want to edit them. Don't make me edit them.
Much work.
We do actually need a voice line of you just saying beep that we will use as the censor sound if we ever edit over something.
It's just it's got to be like a Loka sound.
That would be
right?
very funny.
God.
Like how people use like duck noises
Yes.
Yeah.
over swear words.
Which is very I find that very endearing. I think it's
what was
Love
that
that.
noise?
Bird.
Clock.
Bird.
Love that.
We have one for each character. Sorry.
Oh my god.
So extremely off track.
No editing. No
editing. Last time on Gaiul Rackentha, we returned and spent some time in Mirage, talking between Taxel and Feyhue and the folks in town. Additionally, now the newly named Guinevere, the small baby black dragon who has yet to determine their or her pronouns, and has been grown somewhat in the roughly week you have been away to be more dog-shaped, dog-sized, not really dog-shaped, and does a little bit of talking. You met with the Artificer Han to acquire some additional items, maybe do a little bit more study into the ones that you already possess, and have discovered Han's new apprentice, Lormp, is assisting them in making various magical items, and has now repaired your bag of holding, which now holds all of the gold previously inside of Zeron's lantern. And had some heart-to-heart conversations between several of you on various topics. After some hemming and hawing, the lot of you have decided on a general direction with the assistance of Astior's divination guidance. To probably head toward Onaro, where one of the Black Talons is currently stationed, in addition to a vision of a servant of the Raven Queen, an individual that you all have been of some soft interest in, after getting a few different hints that there may be some kind of Raven Queen connected creature currently residing within Pejmina's Meteor Hammer. You've also seen through Astior's divination pool that the Spire of Mox is currently empty, albeit for what appear to be the unmoving bodies of several Order members, and the draconic ooze that you met in the Spire last time you were there. That said, I believe you've gotten some rest. I believe we completed last session in the afternoon evening, so if we're comfortable saying that it is sometime the next morning.
That's fine. I just listened to the last session today. So the way we had left off was that it was early afternoon and that we would be going
that evening
to the tower. Yeah.
Excellent. Then yeah,
If it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just
I forgot. So yeah, it is the early afternoon that day, and you've got some time yet in the afternoon and evening to accomplish that what you may. And I believe Peshmina has expressed an interest in taking the teleportation circle to the Spire of Mox yet today, probably with Astior.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. There are many bodies there that we have to bury.
Yeah, Peshmina is getting ready. She is putting on layers of warmer clothes, packing a bag. She's getting ready.
Did we not just say it was evening time? Are we going now?
I thought we'd left off in the evening, but it is currently early afternoon. I was incorrect. So yeah, currently early afternoon with plans to set off in the evening if possible. Basically as soon as possible.
Alright. Lyson is already pretty much ready. He doesn't exactly have a lot of clothes to prepare. At this point he'd probably just be sitting down reading that necromancy tome.
I think when she's packed, she'll actually ask you, Hisan, if at all possible, could you help me with recording what's happened at the Spire?
I'd be happy to. I mean, I already have a good bit to what we already know. But would you like me to do so in detail, I suppose? How so?
I'm hoping that maybe one day they might be recovered, and if they have any families left, return to them. If we can get as much detail and description as possible, then that make that task easier. If and when it can happen.
I'd be happy to. Although, I can't suss out names based on dead bodies.
Well, no, but maybe the monastery has records and those can be cross-referenced, and I don't know.
I will be happy to help in any way I can.
Thank you.
Pashmina, is there anything else you wish to speak of? You seem troubled, or is that all that's bothering you?
I mean, I don't know what to say. I know that there's never been a doubt in my mind that the monastery was not a good place. The people who run it are not good people. I never would have thought that they would just
left them? I suppose.
Yeah.
Authoritarian power structures tend not to place much value on the lives of the lower caste. I wouldn't be surprised if this was much different, as we have come to learn. And I apologize, I know that's of no comfort. I suppose... Sorry, look, I'm not good at comforting people. not very good at all. I can explain things. I can.
Don't worry about it, Heisan.
Do you need?
I'm going to hold it together for now. Listen,
do you need
just
a hug.
No.
And he kind of tenses up.
Not right now. We can have a pity party later. For now, I want to get this done.
All right then.
I'm going to ask Taxel for his help.
I'm sure he will be able to assist their souls much more than I possibly could. That is a good idea.
Well, I'm going to head to the Horde now.
I'll come with you. He starts like hurriedly putting his stuff in the bag. Don't go off on your own. Not good to be left with your thoughts, especially not in a time like this.
Is anyone else coming?
Oh, I assumed it was just me and Pesh. Oh, right, we're all in the same room.
I mean, if you need some help, I can come back.
Up to you. We can probably manage, but... No, there are... Astior and Calandius had other reasons for going.
I mean, I'll take along if for no other reason to make sure you don't get ambushed by some sort of like greater demon that they left behind or something, you know.
Sauron?
Yes?
I guess I just want to know whether or not you... Actually, could you do something for me?
All you have to do is name it.
If you could actually just stay here with everyone else, and she'll like rummage around and pull out a list of items. We were going to get ingredients for more potions today, but it kind of fell to the wayside. Do you think you could pick them up for me?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Of course.
Alright. Now to the Horde?
To the Horde.
Okay.
Take care.
You make your way there quickly enough, and with minimal waiting, Astior and Calandus is sticking behind to maintain the equipment, but Astior is coming with you, and Taxel is already there in attendance, kind of talking with Astior. Astior was just kind of well, so if whatnots and whoosy whatsits are in line, we'll have just a brief window, not that brief, like 4 hours, But we do want to try and make sure to activate the teleportation circle there within the amount of time, or I'll have to wait until it's cast again, and we'll have to do some... It'll be really awkward. But not really, just mildly awkward. So we've got a little bit of a time delay, but not like a huge deal. And Taxel looks very tired.
I was gonna say, does Taxel have something warm to wear? It's going to be...
I can keep myself warm. And like vaguely gestures to his staff.
Also, sorry, I know you were trying to get back to Agco, but...
Oh, no, I am to understand that this is an area of my own interest.
Sorry? Shall we?
Yes, all right, everyone on the circle, all right? All right, keep your foot in there, all right? And everyone, all right, in 1, 2, 3! And he...
Wait, my toe!
Is your toe outside the circle?
No.
Okay. You, quickly, the same feeling you'd all gotten before. You're getting a little bit more used to it now. You can kind of see how when you're prepared for it, the act of teleporting doesn't become quite so queasy. But it is a big shift as you, in a matter of moments, move between places in the spaces in between spaces, and arrive in the central hall of the Spire of Mox once again. Let me switch the board. I'm just going to be using an exterior shot of the board, so don't worry too much about moving minis around on the interior.
Mm-hmm.
From here in the hall, things seem vaguely as you left them, save for some pretty significant details. Those being, there are indeed a few red-robed bodies on the floor here, although it looks like from when you scried, they were primarily in the hallway. And every container has been thrown open and searched, it looks like. All these effectively lockers that you'd seen before in this little entryway have been opened and thrown open, and the kind of ancient garments and notebooks within have kind of been strewn about. Most of the torches have been extinguished or are very faintly flickering with their magical light. It's a bit of a mess. And you see several bodies kind of splayed out before you, and upon a little bit of investigation nearby, you find kind of a wide, thin puddle of the ooze unmoving in the hallway.
Hassan will touch a finger into the ooze, and I'm guessing it does not react.
You sense a very, very slight quiver from it, but it does not appear to move any more than that.
Do you think it could be reanimated?
I'm not really sure. It was a bit of an accident that caused it to animate in the first place. Though with some study, I may be able to try.
Could it be contained in the meantime?
Yes. Let me go. I should have I might take a bit of a large flask, but I'll see what I can do. He'll kind of like hurry off to his study.
Heisan will then walk over to one of the bodies, and are they all masked?
Each of them has masks, though several of them are off or broken or otherwise on their person, but not necessarily on their face. Taxel moves with you and is kind of putting each body to rights, kind of like putting their limbs together,
Right.
and settling them into a more reasonable pose. Many of them look grievously injured. Actually, if you wouldn't mind rolling nature
Sure,
or investigation.
But also I was actually going to ask.
Yes.
We had unmasked one of them. I remember the one we captured.
Right.
Are they among them?
The one you've unmasked?
Yeah.
No. In fact, you don't recognize any of these faces.
All right. And you said nature, correct, Cole?
Yes, nature or investigation.
22 nature.
They claw marks. It looks like several of these people were mauled, for lack of a better word. And you recall the great claws that formed from the ooze in their draconic form briefly.
Heisan is going to, like, if any of them are still masked, unmask them. And as he goes about their bodies, begins writing little physical profiles of each and every one of them. Facial features like looking for tattoos, trying to look beyond the grisliness and try to find their identifying features.
Mm-hmm.
And begin noting them.
Taxel, for his part, has been casting mending a lot, in particular to set to rights individuals' clothing to obscure their wounds, make them look a little bit more normal. It also looks like he's using some sort of it's probably not quite healing magic, but similar to healing magic to seal any wounds, despite the fact that he can't mend them in the same way.
As you are writing down their details, Peshmina also wants to like look at each of them and try to see if she recognizes any of these people.
Most of them are unfamiliar. The vast majority of them actually look a bit older than you. Older than most of the people at the monastery that you commonly associated with. But there is one, a young man who graduated, actually fairly, probably just a year or two after you arrived at the monastery. It takes a bit of thought, but you think you remember his name was Rowan?
Oh god, what was his name? Right. Alright. Heisan will walk beside you and begin writing down his description of them. Is there anybody you recognize?
She'll point the one out. His name is Rowan. And
Heisan will write down the name. Sorry.
He was one of the very few I know of that actually graduated. Of course, he chose to stay. and this is his reward.
Now what of the masks? Toss them aside? Bury them with them?
Smash them to bits, throw them in the snow, I don't care. They're not... They're not part of what I'm trying to preserve.
I know it's not as much. Hey, Sam will write down. We'll scribble a note. And begin gathering the masks. Before, well, tossing aside all but one, which he will place into the bag of holding for reference later on.
Another specimen?
Oh, can he actually try to do this secretly? I guess that's what I was going to imply.
Make a sleight of hand check.
That's not.
That's a shit.
My passive perception is 12.
Yeah, good thing I have +0 to sleight of hand and I got an 8. He fumbles with it a bit.
You definitely see Hasan kind of slipping one into his bag.
So the statement still stands.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess it does. Sorry. I didn't clarify.
No, you're good.
Perhaps if I can learn more about it, I can learn how to reverse... Perhaps if I can reverse engineer it, or if Hala specifically can reverse engineer it, we can learn how to... We can create something to counter it, or how to perhaps disrupt it.
Yeah, you have a point. I'm just...
I know. I apologize. I know.
I was thinking we wrap them up as best as we can, and then maybe they be kept in the deep archive, seeing as they don't go down there much anyways, and it should be cold enough that it shouldn't be... They should...
You see Hasan, like, twinge a little bit at the idea of keeping the bodies down there. And then he stares back at the puddle.
If I may, I can assemble a place for them outside. Whether or not you would like them to be
excuse me,
preserved or not is up to you. We can allow them to return to the earth, or maybe let them stay as they are, and if we should find family ties, we can bring them to collect them if you desire.
Is this acceptable to you, Pashmina?
yeah. I know it's kind of wishful thinking, but...
It's reasonable. I overheard you knew one of the deceased's names?
One of them is Rowan. I didn't know them particularly well, but I did know them.
You may or may not choose to partake in this. He looks a little uncomfortable. He's like, I normally do this on my own for a reason, but I can find the others, learn of their names.
Really?
You mean to speak with them?
Yes.
Oh.
I believe that would be a decision best left to our friend Pashmina here. I have no doubt we can find them with enough time on our own, and if we don't find them, they will surely find us eventually.
I'm not typically one to pry into the secrets of the past. Typically, simply, just one question each, the name.
We should. They shouldn't be left here as nameless bodies, tools to be thrown away. They were people.
I hate to ask, but can they, like, say more than what you ask of them? Like, if you say, what's your name, can they just... Would they be, like, upset or something?
It depends. Typically, the deceased that I tend to have more involved conversations with are, come to me, not the other way around. I do not go searching. The prayers I know that can rouse the dead for questioning have some limitations. I typically ask only what I absolutely need to know. But should there be a need, one can inquire up to 5 questions.
Seems kind of useful.
Yes, Loka, but is it... Yes, Loka, but he'll sort of whisper. Do you not... Well, he'll look to Pashmina. Do you truly wish for us to deny them their rest beyond their name?
I promise it does not inconvenience them. I would not do so if it did.
They deserve to be known. To die in a cold, foreign place where no one knows, no one could ever know. They should be known.
Then, Isan, if you wouldn't mind scribing for me.
I would be happy to.
Okay. Texel moves to the first of the unidentified bodies. Takes some time to finish his work, kind of preparing each of them. Kind of repairing any obvious wounds, mending clothing, kind of putting each of them to rights before before casting their prayer. Who is watching while he casts Speak with Dead?
Yeah, Pashmina is watching intently.
Right.
Well, Isan would be as well, given the fact that he's scribing.
Excellent. There are 6 bodies in all, including Rowan. And Texel finishes his little prayer, holding on to his symbol of Nisith, and the body of this young pupil. Each of them, young adults, again, probably a little older than Peshmina, like mid-20s. Mid-20s, mid to late 20s. Their body rises up from the waist, almost in the motion of sitting up, but it's less like it is moved on its own musculature, more like it's getting pulled up like marionette strings. Everything pulls back a little awkwardly. It doesn't move in a natural manner.
As soon as they move, at first she's watching intently. She's watching Taxel and then the bodies. The moment they move, she just gasps and hides her face against Hason.
Hason shakes his head. And we'll continue watching.
What's your name? And in a faint whisper, again, almost not like the sound is coming out of their mouth, but like you are simply hearing it from someplace far beyond through their mouth. Just a faint saffron. And Taxel just nods, gestures to you. Hason.
What is her name?
Saffron.
Like S-A-F-R-E-N?
R-O-N.
Oh, saffron. Like saffron.
Taxel just says, thank you. And, puts a gentle hand to their forehead and then catches them by the shoulders as they go limp again and lays them back down. And this process repeats much the same for the other four. You find the names of Saffron, Adelard, Jovetta, Shilvis, and Ultragoth. I can write them down for you.
Yes, please. That'd be helpful. Because especially Ultragoth.
It's one of those things where you realize how it sounds after you say it. Thank you. And rests the last one down. I can begin preparing the places for them if you would not mind helping carry them outside. And Taxel will head out the front steps onto the mountain outside the spire.
Peshmina will get up to help. She is definitely shaking, though.
Hason is watching you carefully.
She's putting on a brave face for sure, but this is a lot.
Peshmina, are you sure you want to do this? You are shaking.
I can do this.
Okay, then. Loka, I cannot lift by myself. Would you help me?
Yeah.
As you begin to bring them outside, you see Taxel very much hard at work. He appears to have done a little bit more magic, and there's actually what looks like a spectral spade at the end of one end of his staff. that he is using. He like shoves it down into the rocky ground as if it were a shovel, and by some magic it is fully sculpting the earth, and he is using that to form 6 like very evenly spaced divots in the ground, but upon investigation you can tell that he's doing this very intentionally, like almost with the practiced hand of a mason. The edges of these grave markers are very well sculpted. They are like nice hard edges, very like respectfully sized. There is a level of like symmetry and honestly like artistry to each of the placements of each of these stones, and he uses the kind of spectral shovel to continue sculpting a small but relatively uniform headstone for each of these markers, as well as carving out several like long stone lids for each of them, and has begun very carefully etching in like carved block script a name above each one.
Hannah, or Cole, I guess. Should I make a history check for this? But for like any sort of motlin rituals when like leaving things at graves, when visiting graves.
It's probably just more or less common knowledge. I don't know. Fishman has probably talked a bit about Fandeel. The big tradition there is just flowers, like flowers for everything.
Then, crap, did I keep it? No, I didn't. Well, yes, I did. Then, and now this plant growth, so-called plant growth, only affects existing plants, but could he possibly try to
absolutely
force something from
yes.
the
yes
ground?
Absolutely,
yeah, with plant growth.
Yeah. And it's not very difficult. What does that look like? Kind of around these mold, like, areas of molded earth.
I think what you'll see is a few tiny patches, seemingly as if they were in a time lapse, just begin to rapidly sort of spread, like water flowing over rocks, as they spread over the grave, and eventually start blooming with tiny white flowers. They are not pretty, of course. This is mold. These are not grown in a field. These are not commercial. This is not commercially available, made for a bouquet. They are what would grow if a grave was left. But they are flowers nonetheless.
With anyone's assistance or not, Taxel will carefully lower and arrange each body into its grave, and once they're all kind of lined up properly, we'll say a little prayer under his breath to Nisaith, and then using his staff to lift them more or less effortlessly, with at least less effort than it would take physically, slowly pulls each of the stone covers over each of these grave sites. And like I said, should we ever find loved ones, they will be able to come here without a problem. I will make sure of that, if given just a little time. And he'll begin doing a little ritual, burning a little bit of incense, setting up a little arrangement of stones found from the local area on top of each of the grave sites, and will effectively be casting ceremony on each of them to make sure that they are effectively preserved.
Is that the spell that, like, makes ground sacred or something like that?
It is, although Texel has a little bit of a modified version of it.
Gotcha, okay.
No resurrections here. No resurrections here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you need time, or just someone to listen, I'm here. He'll, after spending probably 15-20 minutes or so performing each of the little rituals on each of the grave sites, will slowly walk back into the spire, get out of the wind.
Isam will walk up to Pashmina by the graves again. Would you like to be left alone for a bit?
No. No, I'm ready to be done. Thank you for helping me with this.
You're welcome. Then, if I am no longer needed, I'll be tending to what's left of the library. And Haysam will walk back in.
Pashmina will follow, just a little slowly.
So, Cole, you said, was the library mostly intact? Or were there books pulled out?
So going to the library now, it's been disassembled, certainly. Almost all of the books are now on the ground rather than on the shelves. But it's not like they took everything. It's hard. You didn't have exactly a complete inventory of everything that used to be here. But just judging by volume, it seems that at least most things are here, if not everything. You get the sense pretty easily that whatever they were looking for wasn't books.
Alright. In that case, Hassan is going to try to organize through them. He knows they don't have time to put everything back or fix it up, perchance, but he has enough.
Make some stacks.
Yeah. And specifically, keep an eye out for a few names. Where is Tanith the Gifted Mind in my notes? Tanith is one. Tanith the Gifted Mind is what would be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And those of their colleagues.
Yes.
I think it was Turia, Andrea, were two other names, I believe.
Likely. Yes, so, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Good. That is going to be a natural 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, it takes some investigating. I think it is by the act of organization that you find these things, actually. It's, the organized by author. Honestly, probably organized by maybe subspecies of otter. You knew before that part of the point of this archive and part of the point of like this tower originally, right, was as a place of arcane study. Yes. And clearly students were traveling to and from here using the teleportation circle for a period of time. And looking at some of the books, you find in a journal, much like one from Ignith the Gifted Mind, from a Turia of the Crimson Scale, that references Ignith as a colleague within it.
Awesome. Then that's the one.
Put that in text for voice. Turia.
I've already written it down.
I'm writing it down for me. Gotta remember what I've told you. But yeah, it looks very similar. It's thinner. It is not quite a tome. And it looks like it might be... It's clearly not her first notebook. But it might be a one of a series, much like Ignith's. Contains a wide variety of study. It looks like a lot of what this particular pupil, which is very much the sense you get. These are not the writings of a master arcanist, but rather of a student. About her primary field of study being influential magic. Stuff like charming spells or otherwise like spells of social influence.
Awesome. In that case, can Hassan look for another book, perhaps, or
I think that with that investigation check, this is in that vein, the kinds of things that you find.
Okay.
In what time you have.
All right. Awesome. Thank you very much. Good.
Oh, I almost forgot. Would any of those bodies have had weapons on them?
A few of them. Some of them, let's say a couple of rope darts. One just like loaded with throwing knives. And a let's say simple staves for the other three.
Okay.
You hear kind of like resonate through the hallways. I found it! And an Astior kind of like rushes down the hallway with just this enormous flask, and is going to spend some time like properly scooping what's left of the draconic ooze into the flask. And they kind of like look around and see everyone's somber faces, just like, oh, sorry. Gets it all in there, puts like a very large cork in the top of it, and like hustles back over to his lab.
At least someone has some enthusiasm about this mess.
Is there anything else any of you would like to do before you exit?
Not for Loka.
You've got probably about like 90 minutes to an hour before kind of your spell window is up to get back.
Well, Pashmina would have just started helping, just stacking books at this point. Just not even really like
having a
getting
task
them
to do.
Yeah.
I hate to point this out for you specifically, Matt, but if I remember correctly, they never looted any of the gold. Hassan would I be thinking of that, but something Loka might remember?
What gold was there to loot?
There was a big pile of it at the very back.
The
yeah.
That's where we got the dragon egg.
secret compartment in the back of the Deep Archive.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to look. It really doesn't hurt. One second.
Yes? Are you, would you like... Oh, good, you can help us. Start with the, primordial section right over there.
No, I'm busy. I have other things I have to do. I do need to borrow your, bag of holding, though.
Heisan looks at the bag of holding, which has all the money in it. Yes?
I need to borrow it.
For?
I'll give it back.
I would like to know what this is for.
I'm gonna put more money in it. Mine is really heavy. I just need to borrow it really quick.
You know, no, I don't have time for this. Hands you the bag. Pashmina, how are we doing on the D section?
There's... I've had to guesstimate 50% of the way through.
We don't have time.
We have all sorts of time for Loka to go back down into the basement.
So, Loka, you go over to the entrance of the Deep Archive, and the door is closed.
Oh shit, I forgot how to get in.
I don't think we ever found out.
No, we did. That's how we got down before.
Zoran got in before.
Yeah.
Zoran...
Oh, right. Oh, you meant, I thought Loka was already down there and back at the, like...
No.
Okay.
The entrance to the Deep Archive is currently closed, which is in the center of the library that Heisan and Pejmina are currently in.
Yes.
There were 3 names. There were a couple of names we had to mention. The Elder Dragons.
Yeah.
Specifically, 4 of them. The
Black Dragon book is still there.
Yeah.
So it should be easy enough.
I don't know if I think Loka will remember. Can I hit Zoran up over Sending Stone? Is that
I think
too
so.
far away?
Yeah.
I don't think Sending has
Stone is I think
it's just the same plane. Yeah.
Well, if you send it over a different plane, it has a chance of not working.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, Loka's gonna hit up Zoran and just be like, over the Sending Stone, be like, and it's gonna be if I can do the targeted one, so the other 2 don't hear me.
Sure.
I'm gonna be like,
hey, Heisan, or not Heisan, Zoran, can you?
Are you helping us now?
Get off the line!
Stop using the phone. I gotta get on the internet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey son, you hear an audible click.
Hey Zoran, do you remember how you got in? So we're in the tower, the one with Astior, and I don't remember how to get into the basement thing. Do you remember those names?
Oh, you mean the names of the Black Dragons? You're getting something from the Dragon Sword?
Yeah, we forgot something. I forgot something. I left my wallet.
I want to insight this so bad. I want to so bad.
Can if you want to.
Can I?
Sure.
Please.
It's Loka's passive deception. Or do you want to roll?
I'm gonna roll, but if it's too good, then I'll probably just choose to fail.
I love that. I rolled.
Oh my god, amazing!
Did you roll really good?
No, I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 16 on the die, so I get a dirty 20.
Oh, amazing!
Your wallet, the one that you used in Elthra when you bought that curse necklace.
No, it's a different one. It's my other one.
What are you trying to do?
Look, there was money in here, okay? Gift. It's gonna be a gift for the baby. Probably. Look, I can't have his son showing me up, okay?
Right.
Help a brother out.
All right, let's make a deal here.
Okay.
You take half, I take half. This conversation never happened.
60-40.
50-50.
God damn it! Fine. 70-30. No, sorry, I already said yes. It's 50-50.
You already said yes. No, you've already said yes.
Desperately trying to like.
It's not how it works, Loka.
55-45.
And I will know if you lied. Understand?
No using Emerald to tell on me.
Oh, trust me, they're watching you right now.
There's no fucking flames in here. Where are they
No,
being?
trust me, they're watching.
The fire in my own heart? Like, what's going on here?
Something like that. And they'll give the names of the black dragons to get in.
And the other two are in this room, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, Loka's gonna whisper the names.
And
then
the door will light up when you whisper the names.
I'm gonna roll a quick stealth check.
I
God damn
will.
it.
It's gonna be a high DC because it's like a double swinging doors in the floor.
I only
I'm
rolled a
willing to just
12.
fail it. I'm just willing to fail because of funny.
Hason's
It's
just
very
super
funny.
focused.
Well, yeah, I only got an 8 anyway.
Hason's super
I'm
focused.
so glad.
Peshmina's really distracted.
So with my 12 deception, or stealth rather, my 12
I'm
stealth,
so glad.
Loka sneaks back down in there.
For sure.
Petrina's just watching you. She's not gonna stop you. It's just like,
Wait, you saw me? Damn it.
I mean,
Yes.
You make it into the archive, which is a lot more like you. You left it than the other places, except for a pretty relevant detail to you right now, which is that it seems in the intervening time, agents of the Order have extracted with a large quantity of what was left of the hidden hoard in the very far back of the room, but there are a few bits and bobs left behind. Doing some scrabbling, the hoard was previously sitting on largely loose rock. It was very much, it wasn't like as a carved out hidden compartment in the back. It looked like it was a naturally formed like side cavern, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So you do a little bit more scrabbling. You find a ruby worth 50 gold.
Okay.
And about 8 pieces of gold besides. Slim pickings.
Zeron, throw 8 pieces of gold into the...
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
We're
50-50.
living large today. All right, adding.
And rubies aren't that expensive, so... You know, that's about it.
Are you adding the ruby to your inventory?
I'm putting it in my own inventory,
No,
absolutely.
good for you. You do it.
But yeah, looks like the hoard has been more or less picked clean. In fact, you see down here, after you dig through the shale to kind of get at those individual coins, it looks like probably through some kind of like picking equipment or just like some manual labor, they've dug into several other sections of wall down here looking for other hidden compartments.
Does it look like they might have found anything within them? Or...
Go ahead and roll investigation check for me.
Sure. Can I get above a 10 this time, please? Wow, thank you for the 10 on the die. That's an 11.
An 11. The vast majority of them look like they were desperate. Like they were really aggressively searching for something that they did not find, which kind of matches the vibe of the rest of the spire. You note that despite it being a naturally formed side cave, the entrance to that little back compartment where you previously seen the egg and the hidden portion of the hoard appears to have had previously been magically sealed. So whoever was digging down here looks like they were just digging into solid rock, hoping that there was something else there.
Huh. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I can do. Can I do like an intelligence check or something like that? Maybe of like, can I try and figure out what it is that they're trying to look for aside from the egg?
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight for me.
Sure.
And given something you just said, I'll give you advantage on that.
Interesting. Okay. So that's what, +2, so that's 17, and then the other is 17.
So, you kind of already nailed it on the head, which is, you think they were looking for more eggs.
Oh.
There was one here, and they lost it. And they tore the place apart, looking for another one. Hoping that there was another, like, on the even slightest chance that there was another one hidden literally in the walls down here.
Would I happen to know whether or not, or could I make like an educated guess as to whether there were more agents that came here, or is it the dead agents up top that I think may have, or is that just unknown?
Again, with that insight, given the extent of the literally menial labor that was done down here, it's likely that they had more people here at some point in time.
Okay.
More than just the half dozen that were here when you were also here.
Okay. Well, in that case, I think Loka has found what he wants to find. And I'm gonna message Zaran again and be like,
you know what, Zaran, I'm giving you a good deal today. You're getting 100% of the spoils.
You found nothing, didn't you?
I found 8 whole gold pieces.
Lucky day for me, thank you.
You are 8 gold richer. You might as well be a billionaire. Congratulations on your big win.
Much appreciated, friend. How is everything faring there?
Oh, everybody's really sad.
Oh.
Aside from Astier, but Astier's kind of, Astier's kind of cuckoo, so,
I'm well aware. Listen, actually, if you would care to keep the 8 gold, I have a favor to ask. It's not a bad one, I promise. There are...
oh god.
There are some books there in the tower that I would like to peruse. They are books on the different types of dragons. I have the ones on the crystalline dragons, but I'm missing the ones on the chromatic and metallic. If you wouldn't mind picking them up, I would be in your debt.
Okay, I'm gonna go bother his son then and figure out if he's managed to locate them.
Do you want me to mess? I can talk to his son.
No, I can go and talk to his son. I'm sure he'll enjoy my company.
Always, Loka.
Oh god.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take the 8 gold back out of there then.
It's all yours. Don't spend it all in one place now.
Oh, I likely will. 8 gold can't get me. Couldn't get me a strong beer in the right place,
That's actually rather concerning to hear.
Inflation.
Inflation is just disgusting.
That's a Naro for
these
sure.
days.
No,
I was gonna
that's-
say, ooh. Oh dear.
Depends.
The Thronian market is crashing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look, enough ships get sunk in the ocean with enough money on it that everybody is like, we have all the gold that we could ever want down here. So, you know, you gotta cough up more gold to make it more worth people's while. You don't even understand. Never mind, Zoran. It's okay. I'll take the 8 gold.
To be reborn a fish person in the next life, then I suppose.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I figured you'd just be reborn as like a firefox or something. I don't know.
I was waiting for the joke. Okay, all right. I'm heading out now. Goodbye. Click. Thing is, like, they make the sound for the click, but it's still like it's a sending stone. You can't just do that.
Loka, maybe not knowing the difference, just goes like,
it wasn't a very good joke, but oh well. Okay, well, I'm gonna go bother his. I'm not talking out loud. I don't need to talk out loud. Fuck you, Zoran. I'm taking 10 gold now. How about that?
Fuck you as well.
Oh shit! I didn't say nothing.
All right, so Loka's gonna head back up. Loka's gonna head back up and pester Hasan. What is Hasan doing?
Hasan is furiously sorting through books. Only if they only have maybe half an hour left before they have to go back, and he's not through all of them yet.
Oh god. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. So you're setting these books into stacks, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So Loka is gonna walk up to your stack and just be like,
Son, I'm looking for books on chromatic dragons for Zaran.
and then he's gonna start picking up the books one by one and just completely reordering them.
Wait, Loka, what are you doing?
I'm trying to find these books.
You start pulling them out of your hands, putting back. These are organized in such a way that they can be easily perused if you give me. Fuck, I don't even know if it's. What books are you looking for?
Books on chromatic and metallic dragon. You know the book that Zaran has of the crystalline
Yes,
dragons?
the genealogy, yes.
Yeah, they want the ones for the other ones.
Fine. Okay. 1 moment. Pashmina, genealogies need help.
I'm already looking.
Hasan.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just make me like a. I'll say history for like a basically a librarian check, like how fast, because like 4 hours now, effectively like 90 minutes before the window closes. I'm curious just how efficient you are actually at sorting all of these completely disorganized books.
Is Pashmina assisting me?
I'd say so.
Okay, that's not a 13. That's a 13 instead of 11 because I rolled a 3 and a 1.
A 1 and a 3. It is, for any other human being, this would be like super easy. The fact that these are in like multiple different languages, the fact that most of them aren't even published books, they're like personal academic journals or like papers or like published pieces of academic media, just makes them so hard to sort. And you are making extremely respectable progress, but it is very frustrating for you personally that you are going as slow as you are.
Yeah.
You do, however, find the tomes that you are looking for. 10 books in total, all quite thick.
Good lord.
It's for each of the 5 metallic and chromatic types, chromatic dragons.
I like the visual of every time you find one, Loka just grabs it, and so now he's got a stack of books that's taller than him that he's just holding on to.
Okay. Well, there we are. Now, my bag back. Our bag. My bag. If you please.
Oh, hang on. Okay.
Loka sets the books down, pulls it out, goes,
I'm taking my tax.
Pulls out 8 gold.
You know what? No, not today. Pashmina and I just did labor for you. No tax, gold back in the purse.
I've already got it here. Here's 4 gold for you. And then I'll give Pashmina 4 gold. And then...
You will take nothing else.
I didn't take anything else.
No taxes.
I mean, that's what I found down in the hoard. That it was just a little joke, Hassan. Goodness.
I don't know when you're joking. So please don't push me.
Known libertarian.
No. Fuck no. Shut up.
Okay, you know what?
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you handed Peshmina 4 gold?
Yeah.
She literally just drops it right back in the bag.
Oh no, stop it. No, it's not the bird entitled to the labor of his talents.
Didn't we make this joke? What did we?
No.
Oh no, that was something else.
No, says the industrious and Kyla. It belongs to the managers. No, say the royalists. They say the royalists in El Terrell. It belongs to God.
All right, are you all? The window is closing. Are we good to go? Everyone
Yes.
got their everything they need. All right.
Yeah.
Let me just do something real quick.
Yeah. Of course.
18 sleight of hand to take the 4 gold back out of the thing.
Oh my god.
Fuck you. I don't make the Hasan doesn't make it.
Yes. Does Lucas say that as soon as he gets it out of the bag?
No, that was me going yes. That was very
extremely funny. It's like complete sleight of hand, oblivious. Yes.
Yeah.
Look at you stupid bird man!
Immediately draws attention to himself. Yeah, you pull 4 gold out of the bag.
Excellent.
And also put all the books in the bag, presumably.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Oh God. Well, all right. Everyone back in the circle. Taxel, thank you for. All right. A little tight, so everyone shuffle in. All right. Hasan, tuck in your wing just a little bit. I don't want you to lose any phalanges. All right. And go. And he will cast teleportation circle again, and easier every time. As you arrive back in Mirage. Zaran.
Hello.
In the meantime, I would like you to roll. So you've got a list of ingredients, which I'm going to count as assistance.
Okay.
And I would like you to roll medicine to see if you can acquire the correct plants in the marketplace. With the shopping list helping you.
This is advantage?
Correct.
Good, because I only have a +1. First roll. That's a 15 on the die. Not bad. Second one. That is a natural 1. So 16.
16? 16 will be enough.
Perfect.
You go through a little bit of struggle. You definitely pick up something that is definitely poison. But after, like, conferring with one of the marketplace sellers using Pashmina's list, are able to determine that you have, in fact, acquired the wrong kind of nightshade. And get everything you need on your list in order to make... how many ingredients for how many potions were you looking for, Pashmina?
Hoping for at least 2 more. Definitely willing to do basically as much as she can get her hands on that's not, like, breaking the bank.
So, ingredients-wise, it'll be 25 gold per potion's worth of ingredients.
Okay, so
because you're getting them at half price.
Yeah. How many potions
So
are we
probably
looking at?
2.
So 50 gold?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I will remove 50 gold. Done.
All right. Yeah, you have successfully acquired enough medicinal ingredients for 2 potions worth of herbs.
Love that.
And also cinnamon roll.
Perfect.
It came like bonus for the amount of money that you were spending in the market. They're doing a deal.
1 cinnamon roll per potion materials that you get.
After having done that, you've got like, I mean, probably 2.5, 3 hours to just like hang around. Is there anything in particular you're interested in doing or would like to describe that you take? And you have a conversation with Loka at one point.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think they have anything. I think they're honestly just kind of waiting for the gemstone to be set in. Because I know they said it would be like this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. I think then just about around that time you get your necklace back with the like nicely affixed ruby.
Perfect.
It's very well cut. It's got a lot of nice facets. It's been cut a little bit because they had to reshape the resting place of it in your neck piece. It's a little bit more circular than oblong.
That's fine.
So they've adjusted the shape slightly, but very well cut. They've made some very minute adjustments to the surface of the gem, but keep it in this like very nice kind of like vertical oval. It's very appealing. It catches the light in Mirage very well.
Oh fuck! I need to update your portrait again. God damn!
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh. But yeah. So I guess afterwards they're just gonna kind of go back to the inn and just kind of sit and wait for everyone.
Hang out. Yeah, everyone pops back in the horde. Texa looks a little queasy. It's like, oh, I'm not used to that.
It's not always pleasant, not at first. You might have to get used to that if...
Hey, I think I'm going to sit down for a minute. This is fine. I'm fine. This is fine. And he'll go grab a cushion in the horde. Feihu and Zerga are playing with Guinevere in the horde. They're tossing what is definitely just a ball back and forth, but has illusion magic cast over it to make it look like it's a big, round, sparkly purple gem. And they're tossing it back and forth, and Guinevere is like dashing back and forth between them in their little serpentine form. Kind of pause as you all arrive. And Feihu just kind of looks over and just goes, everything all right? Hope that wasn't harrowing. I'm glad to see that you're all safe.
Yeah, it's okay.
Harrowing, but fine. And well, perhaps we gained one or two things.
Understood. Well, if there's anything you should need, we're around. Guinevere will, now that there are a bunch of new people in here, just kind of like waltz over and like weave themselves between various people's legs and kind of like curl up their long body around one of your legs, Pashmina.
Oh, I think as soon as they do, it is like Pashmina has been keeping the walls up. She had the blinders on. She was like, get this done, get this done, get this done. And now it's done. And she's back. And everyone is around her and acting very happy and normal. And Guinevere does this, and she folds like a stack of cards. completely collapses.
Oh shit, Pasmina, you okay?
Runs over.
She's just crying. She like kind of like has her hands around Guinevere and is just crying.
Guinevere looks very concerned, very surprised, and almost looks like she is also going to cry for a couple seconds. No, she does. She just is also going to start crying, because that is the kind of response that this infant would have, and is going to curl herself around you a little bit tighter and also be crying.
Oh.
Which means Zerga is very much, very quickly going to come over and kind of like comfort Guinevere and also you, and like try and give you both some like very gentle hugs. Try and like be as much of a soothing presence as she can in this moment. Not fully certain the context of how or why, but is just going to offer her physical support and comfort.
Loka's like hovering, but also realizes that he's just wet. He knows he's not gonna be any comfort.
Hey,
there, tap, splorp, like, gross.
Aeson is sort of just kind of watching from afar, taking it all in. He doesn't know if he can help or how he would begin to help, so he has done nothing.
I think it doesn't take too long till she can start to take deep breaths again, and she refines her voice. She's like, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Thou hast nothing to be sorry for. Anything we could do to help? Taxel offers a hand on your shoulder as well.
No, I... Just... I think I'm going to take some time for myself, if that's all right.
Please. Thou art welcome to any time. We are here if you need us.
Thank you. She'll kind of give Guinevere a last little, like, pat and a kiss on the forehead.
Guinevere is like fully head nestled into your stomach. Also having calmed down at seeing you, kind of like also calming down.
Sorry, little one. I'm sorry. Kind of eventually get back on her feet and is just making her way back to the inn.
Taxel will remain in the board for now with...
Luca's gonna stay for a little bit. He has a thing he has to do.
Aeson will leave and begin, and I guess before he can study the new journal, he's going to continue to try and study the necromancy tome.
Sure. Loka, what are you up to?
Well, I did procure a ruby.
You did.
And I'm not one to be shown up just kind of ever. So I think once Heisan takes off, Pashmina takes off, Loka digs out from his little satchel the ruby and is like,
Hey, Gwen! I got you something. This is like I guess it's almost like a birthright in a way.
and Loka's gonna give them the ruby.
They're still like sniffling a little bit, but they're like a cat's pupils, like eyes go wide at seeing the big sparkly red gem. And takes a minute. Doesn't as enthusiastically snatch it as the purple gems, but does like reach up their little claws to grab it, and then just kind of like curls up around it.
And I think after that, like quick little head pat, and then walks over to... Is Feihu back to her normal form, or is she...
She is, has resumed, her Dragonborn form, primarily.
Okay. Yeah, then Loka's gonna just kind of head over to Feihu for a quick second and chat with her for a quick second and be like,
So the ruby that I just gave Gwen came from their parents' hoard, I guess.
Oh.
I don't know who it was.
Right, because you were back in the Spire.
Right, yeah.
Interesting. You said it was part of their hoard?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't nothing left. It got kinda, the whole place was just kinda ransacked. So, that was kind of the only thing I could find that was, like, big and sparkly.
There was once an old tradition among some folks, dragons, who would effectively start their younglings' hoards for them, sometimes in hopes to appease the eggs that they had crafted, hoping that they might hatch in the presence of the treasures. It usually happened in the cases of dragons who'd crafted eggs that refused to hatch.
So you want me to start the hoard?
No. You said you'd found this treasure with the egg?
Yeah. Oh, so this was like their treasure then. This would have been their hoard.
Or at least that's what their the maker had intended, perhaps.
Okay, well, is there any way we can like figure out who they were?
I understand that Heisan has tried a couple of things. The materials found at the Spire, but with enough study of the structure, we may be able to determine who it may have been. Though there's no guarantee that they're still around. I'd be a little surprised if they were, honestly.
Me too. Well, at least I got, one thing back. If nothing else.
Yeah. You notice that, whereas Guinevere was very interested in the purple gems as things, as like objects to have and to hold, almost like toys. she's very much curled around the ruby as like a comfort item.
Okay. Well, that's kind of all Luca wanted to do.
Yeah. Pashmina, you're headed back to the inn. Hassan, where are you interested in doing some book study?
I think Hassan's going to be doing it in the market with a cup of tea. A little bit of... Or actually, a bit outside of the market. Somewhere in the shade of a tree.
Slightly more secluded?
Yes.
Alright. In that case, I would like you to make... It's going to take probably the remainder of your evening, largely, to continue doing some deep study. The passages are already surface level dark. You're familiar with this. The kind of initial shock of hearing the proceedings of Ignith's experiments into life, death, and undeath are no longer surprising to you while studying this particular tome. The methodologies are at base level cruel, but the science of how it is proceeding has started to make sense to you, and you are able to glean a little bit more understanding of what maybe Ignith was trying to accomplish through these things. If you'd like to continue studying, go ahead and give me a wisdom save and an arcana check.
For the Arcana check, it was a 26.
26. It's very good.
For a Wisdom check, that was a 6.
Okay. You continue studying, and one of the big connections you're starting to make is not just how they did this. You have started to learn necrotic and necromantic incantations yourself. It's arcane magic for you. It's something that you have a better understanding of now, particularly with the application of your necrotic spells. Spell singular, chill touch in specific. And you get the sense that you might be able to apply that methodology to your own type of magic. Bardic magic is arcane, though on a very different axis. So you don't see why you wouldn't be able to do something like that yourself. And in fact, you might be able to apply it to situations you're familiar with recently. Why wouldn't necrotic magic be that much different than charming spells or social magic? And if you would like to, you have the opportunity to learn how to cast Speak with Dead.
I would love to.
As you think of how you would make the proper incantations to cast this spell, how you would properly apply the practical effects of Ignith's teachings to your style of magic, the kind of probably arcane pain you would need to evoke through your lyrics in order to summon forth the voices of the dead to sing along with you. I'm gonna ask you to reduce your wisdom score by 1.
Ooh.
Ouch.
That does.
Ouch.
I guess I shall.
I will add Speak with Dead to your spell list, to your special item. Know that it does not cost spell slots. You can cast it once a day for free.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Dang.
That's not bad.
And is not a arcane spell like you would cast, but rather a song applied to your bardic magic. Or story, rather, I think, right?
Yes, story.
Learn how
song.
to eloquate this kind of arcana.
How do I modify my...
Peshmina?
Yes.
You get back to town pretty shortly after leaving the Horde. You're heading back to the inn?
Yeah.
And Zoran, you've been just kind of hanging out there, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
So, the inn is rather quiet for all intents and purposes, particularly with Astior gone. So, Astior and Calandus' room is not smoking or smelling weird or making odd noises. It's very calm in town today.
Yeah. I think Peshmina comes in, and I don't think she even really necessarily looks at you or anything in particular. She just starts setting her stuff aside and taking her scarf off and getting rid of all these warm layers.
Welcome back.
Oh.
Are you faring all right?
She probably just looks like she's been crying. You speak up and she looks up at you. Like she was in a daze.
Mm-hmm.
And
You don't have to answer me. Is there anything I can do for you in this moment?
Right now, what I would like to do is just take a long bath, and then I don't know after that. Take something so I don't have nightmares all night.
And they'll step closer and just kind of gently wrap their arms around her. Give a soft kiss to the top of her head. You were very brave going back there. I'm just sorry you had to.
I just had to. There was nothing else to do.
I know, Pashmina. You did the right thing. I'm sure you wish to be alone right now, and frankly, I don't blame you. Just know I'm here for you if you need anything at all. All you have to do is but ask.
Thank you. I'm going to ask if I can have a bath drawn. And I need a little time alone, but after that I really don't want to be alone right now.
I'll be waiting right here for you then.
She'll give Zaron a very chaste, gentle, like barely there, peck on the cheek, and then goes to have a bath drawn.
Yeah. Speaking to Sir Saran, you have no problem getting a bath drawn. Tala, Lotta, and Tafa help you kind of get all of your towels and soaps and hot water and or cold water as you desire. It's the desert. But you have no problem getting a bath. You're offered like, do you want any fruit? Do you want something from the market? You know.
I think she turns like most of that down. Just like the basics.
they're in. It is turning down. They're very enthusiastic about giving you a bath. But yeah, you're left in peace for as long as you want. Kind of as evening settles.
Definitely a long bath. That does not rush, is in no rush to rejoin society. But eventually comes back looking a little less just distraught, destroyed.
Kind of in the way that like baths are kind of an ethereal space.
A reset.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if I think what she said was true. Like, she wants to try and make, like, a tea, something to just get through the night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by all means. You're proficient in medicine, and you think that is simply something you can do. Throw a melatonin gummy in there.
Basically.
Not too many though. Then you'll see the Hat Man, and I have stats for that.
Jeez.
No.
The thing is, I believe you, and that's the scariest bit. I fully believe that you do.
Don't take too many fantasy melatonin.
Fully
Or
believe
you have to
that
fight,
you actually have it.
Then you have to fight the Hat Man, and you do have to fight the Hat Man alone.
No.
Oh god.
No, I don't think so. I'll just choose death, thank you. Can I get
Sorry, I
up
have
to...
an image.
Oh.
Sorry, no, you go ahead.
Can I get up to some shenanigans?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you've got the
Excellent.
evening. I think at this point, you all have the evening to do with what you wish. And if the things you would like to get up to are shenanigans, you may do so.
Excellent. It's a really good picture.
Sorry, that's immediately what came to mind. An intruder.
The fuck out of my house, bitch. excuse me, Loka would like to go to the Oasis.
Yeah.
I think Puppy is probably going to be there. And I'm hoping I guess I'm just hoping that someone else is going to come along for the sake of the scene, because I want to do a thing.
I'll be there. You want that?
Yeah. You want to sneak up on me?
Fuck it, why not? Let's do it. Shenanigans, baby.
So, yeah, you're just going to find Loka, you know, swimming in the Oasis like he's not supposed to. Enjoying himself, not paying attention.
Alright. Can I try finding, like, a little pebble on the ground?
Yeah, they're all over the place.
I'm gonna grab one, and I'm going to toss it into the Oasis to make, like, a little, like, sploosh.
Bonk.
Just to try and startle Loka.
Not only does it startle Loka, but as you see him, like, jump, he then turns into a crocodile.
Like, just laughing at just the mental image of this already. Like, they pick it up and they're, like, super smug about it at first, right? Because they know that they're just not being seen right now. So they just chuck it into the water. See, just, like, the form of Loka just expand.
Puppy just, like, shoots out of the water.
Zeron just falls onto their backside. Just scoots back a little bit.
Oh my god!
What are the gods?
What happened to me?
What happened to you?
I don't know!
Just, like, reaches for the sending stone. Loka has transformed?
Oh. Contain the area, make sure there's nobody there. If they turn into a werewolf, do not stay away from them. God, I thought we solved that.
You're not going to try and eat me, Loka, are you?
I'm not that hungry. I just don't know what's going on.
Loka's gonna, like, swim towards the edge of the Oasis towards you.
Backs up even, like, scuttles on their ass backwards even more.
Kind of, like, wide eyes.
I've never seen an alligator before, so they're fucking terrified.
Big ol' fucking mouth. Wide open.
No, stay there, please. Like, hand out. Kind of like the Chris Pratt thing with the Velociraptor. Stay back.
I'm gonna eat you.
No, I don't. Stay there. Please.
God, please, just help me.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Just looks around. Is anyone around?
It's been a very quiet day. I think you are the only ones. There, Millie is watching from, like, around the corner of a tent with, like, ears back, eyes wide. Hey, San, you said you were coming?
Yes, he's on this flying.
You get there very quickly.
Okay.
San, help me!
Oh, dear God! Wait. Is it? Are they sapient? Is that just them mimicking the voice of what's going on?
It's me, Loka.
And this isn't like half alligator, half Loca. This is just full alligator, right?
This is just full crocodile.
Fully a crocodile.
Okay. Dear God. Well, you can understand me. That's good. Can I like an Arcana this or something?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna say, yeah, either Arcana or Nature.
21 Arcana.
I mean, like, if you had to guess, like they've been polymorphed somehow. Like, there are definitely magics that turn beings into other beings while maintaining their intelligence and, like, consciousness. This is very, very similar to that. You know that there are a variety of schools of magic and types of magic that can accomplish this in various ways, and given that Loca is currently not any kind of, like, hybrid creature, or really bears no features from their previous form, and also doesn't appear to have any of their gear on them. Like, you can't see any, like, you don't see the trident just, like, dropped anywhere, or his bags or leathers or jewelry. Like, all of that seems to just have fully disappeared. That this is probably some kind of transformation magic. And it's probably not harmful. It'll probably last, like, I don't know, an hour. Like, if you had to hazard a guess, like, these things usually don't last pretty long, last particularly long, regardless of what they originate from.
Okay, so okay, they're not were creature. Okay, no, they're not a were creature. That's... Okay, Loca, it will wear off. Okay, this is some sort of polymorphing magic, I believe. It'll wear off. Just
Wait, Tyrone, why did you polymorph me?
I didn't do anything. I can't do that. I mean,
I didn't say you. I said Zaran.
Oh,
Stop having the same name.
You can't do that.
oh well, good.
And how did this happen?
I don't know. All I did was grab a rock, I tried to scare you, and then you just became this.
Is Loca Stormcloud still there?
No. I'm gonna say no.
Loca, where's your Stormcloud?
It tries to look up. Looks ridiculous doing it.
Ever see a crocodile try to look up?
It's probably very funny.
I don't know where it is. Please just help me.
What did you roll? A 21 Arcana?
Yeah, 21.
On further examination, you see a very fine mist kind of surrounding Loca's form right now.
Oh. Okay. Well, for starters, I believe this might be completely natural, Loca, and a side effect of your cloud. This may so if it's polymorphing, it will wear off in an hour. All you have to do is wait, and you will change back. But there is a mist around your form that was not there before. This is a bit of a conjecture, but I would posit that maybe how'd you scare him, Zaran?
How I threw a rock into the oasis.
Well, you might have triggered some sort of flight mechanism, and as we have observed before, the cloud reacts to you and will respond to you. And maybe, this is just conjecture again, you may have turned yourself into that.
This mean I could turn myself back?
Perhaps.
Or maybe I could turn myself into a dragon.
Perhaps, maybe, I don't know the limits of that.
Would you like to try to turn yourself into a dragon?
Yeah, you hear just Loka go like...
There's another bodily shift, and Loka is now a Komodo dragon.
I need to remind myself what those look like.
Big lizard.
They're like giant iguanas.
Really big lizard.
Oh wow, they're pretty ugly. They're pretty ugly.
They're a little frumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look at
Do
those
they
scales.
swim?
I believe so.
Hold on. Google search. Hold on.
I would give them the same
Can
stat block as a
Komodo
crocodile.
dragons swim? Oh, they super can! Oh, they super can.
Also, I have out of context, I have an image for them.
Oh. big smile.
Yeah. Well, obviously, congratulations, Loka. Looks like you can. God, you can shape.
That doesn't feel very natural. I
Firstly,
don't like
hysterical.
talking like this guy.
Firstly, it's hysterical that you can shapeshift. Secondly, thank you for giving me the opportunity to finally be the dragon slayer I've wanted to be.
Ah, shit!
Dives under the water.
Oh, and there he goes. Wonderful.
Come on, it was funny.
Is still underwater.
Yes. Yes, it was. Shut up, Zeron. Yes.
Pokes his head back out.
Are you gonna kill me?
No, he's not going to kill you.
Not today. I'm feeling generous.
Blows bubbles.
Well, again, Loka, you have managed to utterly baffle me with your seemingly unknowable source of magical power that I cannot quantify or even begin to imagine where you draw from. But congratulations, you are apparently able to transform yourself now.
Well, that's great, because I don't know how to go back. Alright, it's coming, bro.
Well, and you just kind of like see Loka slowly shift back into himself. Like,
That's coming. Me again, baby. Hell yeah.
Wonderful, I'm so happy. This is great, you know. This is just great.
Why do you say it like that?
No reason. Just gonna wake up one morning and find another giant alligator eating everything and gonna panic and wonderful.
No, I don't think I'm gonna eat everything. Not any more than I already do.
Well, whatever. This is. This is over with. It's disaster averted. Does anybody need anything from me?
I need to know what the heck just happened. But you already said you don't know, so.
It probably has something to do with your cloud. Something to do with the giant amount of lightning that you've repeatedly summoned, apparently.
Okay, the one time was a potion, though.
Are you forgetting this? What happened at the dais in the temple? When you were standing amongst the ruins of this temple, reading some old runes, and suddenly lightning came from the skies and blasted you. If you recall, that
didn't blast me. I just kind of touched it.
Yeah, people don't.
I don't know. I just kind of felt like a friend, you know.
Perhaps. Can Hassan, with his experiences with a elder elemental, have any sort of insight as to what kind of interaction this would be? Or do we? Again, we never really talked about or discussed that whole sequence of Hassan talking, or being contacted by.
If you would like to, you can roll nature for me with disadvantage.
Okay. With nature, that's an 8 plus 7, 15.
15's pretty good. You understand, like, kind of at a base level that Loka clearly has some kind of connection to natural magic, whether that be elemental or maybe plant-based or life-based or something like that. But at the end of the day, it is non-arcane magic.
Yeah, it is not my magic. I have no.
And this is the frustration of natural magics is sometimes they do simply deny classification and explanation. You could posit all of you want. There are many wizards who have spent a long time theorizing on the state and use and categorization of natural magics. But that's not a hard explanation. And it's different every time. The exclamation is that it is unique and different.
It is just as it is, Loka. It is unknowable and unquantifiable, and the relationship you have with is something only you could possibly know or learn.
So I have to deepen my relationship with myself and or my cloud?
Perhaps.
Oh boy, no thanks.
I was gonna say that sounds rather boring.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'd rather just go out swashbuckling again, you know?
Who knows, maybe that would be the answer. Anything that gets you to think about, gets you to in tune with your cloud or whatever. Either way, not my area of expertise. I'm going to write some notes on this. Enjoy yourselves. And Hassan just splits and starts walking back.
Loka's just gonna look at Zeron and just be like,
Well, so that's a thing now, I guess.
It certainly is. Does it hurt you? Feel weird?
Say again?
Does it feel weird?
No, it's feels normal. Like I was suddenly crack-a-loca and you know, it just kind of felt like I'm longer now.
Weird.
Yeah. Maybe I am gonna have to sit down and think a bit because I am confused.
You know, I'm going to agree with you here. I just don't want to think. So I think I'm going to do exactly that. Not think and leave.
Oh, okay.
Were you asking me to stay?
No, not really. But kinda.
Then I can stay.
You talked to Pasmita, is she doing okay?
Just kind of like stops for a second, just like, ugh. As well as you can expect.
Maybe if I go and like crack-a-loca, maybe since I'm not gonna be just like wet, I can give her a nice, a comforting hug or something.
As that.
I don't know, did I look cute? I don't know, I couldn't see myself
No.
that well. Oh. Then maybe never mind. I know I look cute right now, like I'm just kind of like little button fish man. But
Just like, there's a smile. They want to say something, but they are holding back.
what?
Nothing, please.
Why are you
continue.
looking at me like that?
I'm just admiring how cute you look right now.
Oh, shut up! You stop it.
To be fair, it was your words, not mine.
It was my words, but I'm just trying to talk myself up here. You're just playing.
I'm sorry, I'll stop.
Oh. I can turn into a crocodile.
You can.
I think I'm gonna go talk to Faye here tomorrow, and I'm gonna try and see if she can turn me into a dragon. Or help me turn into a dragon, because I felt like I was almost there. Felt like I could have done it.
With training and persistence, I'm sure maybe you can.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say I give you progress reports, but you know, I don't answer to you, and two, you'll just see it happen one day, you know.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Fully appreciative of how uninterested Zoran sounds.
It's like they're trying. It's the biggest thing is just like they're just going along with it. They have like a giant smile on their face. They're genuinely enjoying this conversation.
All right. Then yeah, you may all settle in for the evening, however you choose to do so. Maybe with some intentions to plan shortly, as I know you spoke previously about maybe taking a chance to travel to Inaro. But you all end up wherever you would like to for the evening, and after the two moons have taken their journeys overhead, you're greeted with the usual bright morning sun reflecting off the sands of the fascia. Following morning. All right, take 15.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
All right. I will see you all soon. Eat more. All right,
I can
unpaused
be the
recording.
virtual puppet
No,
if you want.
just all
Pop
pop
it.
cat noises.
Twist it.
Hey, yo.
Do it.
Bop it.
I think my Discord filter is actually cutting a lot of that out. You'll hear it on the recording, though. Yeah, so you all have a variably restful evening. Pechmina, roll me a medicine check.
Okay.
Just for fun.
Just
Very
how
low
strong
DC.
my
Yeah, I just
little
want to see
sleepy
how.
time
Yeah,
tea.
Pechmina wakes up
Medicine?
fucking
Medicine.
Groggy as shit.
I mean, that's gonna be true regardless, but like, she rolls an unnatural 20.
fuck yeah. It is exactly the dosage you were looking for. Just enough to make sleeping easy and easily a dreamless sleep. One of those sleeps where like you just wake up, right? Like you only kind of remember going to bed, and it's just like, oh, okay, I guess I went to sleep.
It's morning. What? How did that happen?
You feel rested, but also it's like it was a blink, basically. All right. Yeah, it is the morning. Things are nice. As usual, you can smell fresh toasted buns coming from the marketplace, as is the new custom. What would you like to get up to today?
What? I think we didn't set plans to leave for Anaro, did we?
Not in the immediate sense, just a general idea that you had intended to.
Yeah, we hadn't quite decided what, like, any specific route or anything. Like, how we haven't figured out the logistics.
I think that's what we're gonna have to figure out then.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I think after a moment of like sitting up, waking up, starting to get ready, Pashmina looks to the rest and is like, so we know we want to go to Anaro. How do we want to go to Anaro?
I could probably fly us there.
Yes, with your great big wings. Your arms are gonna get tired.
I'm gonna go talk to Faye here in a couple after I'm done eating my mod sticks. And then she's gonna teach me how to turn into a dragon, because I can turn into other things now. You went there, Pashmina, but I turned into a crocodile and a weird lizard thing.
He did.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, he can do that now. It's wonderful.
You don't sound as excited as I am, hey son. It's really cool.
I feel like she's looking between you like she can't decide whether or not you're joking.
It's not a joke.
Oh.
I really actually turned into a crocodile.
Why?
I didn't mean to. Zoran made me do it.
I did no such thing. Don't put this on me.
I mean, I was just enjoying my time, swimming in the oasis, unbothered. All of a sudden, Peppa hits the biggest stone I've ever seen in my life. Splashes into the water, scares all of the bodily functions out of me. And then all of a sudden, I'm a crocodile.
So you turned into a crocodile over a rock?
Well, when you put it like that, it doesn't sound as cool, okay? But it is, it's really cool.
I guess that's pretty cool. Can you only turn into a crocodile?
No, I turned into like a lizard thing.
Oh. Can you only turn into lizards?
I don't know, I haven't really tried it before. I just was squeezing really hard trying to turn into a dragon, and all of a sudden I just kind of popped into a lizard form, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Because it didn't work, so I'm gonna go talk to Fayhu, and then she's gonna teach me how to turn into a dragon, and I'm gonna have a really good time.
And Fayhu agreed to that?
Of course she will.
Oh, so you haven't even talked to her about it?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, good luck with that.
I figure she owes us some sort of life debt thing since we got Taxa to save her from imminent death, so, her teaching me how to turn into a dragon for, 20 minutes out of the day doesn't sound like such a bad trade-off,
Sure. She's kind of blinking, like she thought she was gonna have a conversation about, like, travel logistics. Okay, so in case 20 minutes is not enough to learn how to turn into a dragon, backup plan?
We could ask to borrow Millie again.
Right. I figured that was the most likely case. Well, I guess we'll be traveling down through Dermund and then kind of across?
Hitching as many carts as we need, I suppose.
Wasn't there something we needed to do in Dermund? Or no?
I don't think so.
I was just gonna say, I can also let you know, if you're looking for a particularly direct route, there is a river that runs all the way from Lake Lilia down to the coast near Araska in Anaro. That is a very popular way for traders to get between the Phasia and down there.
Oh, I need to look at it.
It's harder to get back up north, but that route in particular would be very fast. Very fast comparatively. On foot, it would probably take you a few weeks.
About the cart?
On like the cart, it would take you about a few weeks. One of the fun things about carts is they don't actually move much faster than on foot. Typically, they are just much easier than moving on foot.
Yeah, you would exhaust yourself trying to walk that far.
But like stuff like barges and flats and riverboats and whatnot would be able to take you.
So it'd be along the border of Dermund.
Right.
Down to Anaro.
Would not pass through Dermund if you were particularly interested in visiting it. But there are several stops along the way if you wanted to like hop in for whatever reason. Make like a few days into like Mundsfell or whatnot. But if you're really interested in just like getting to Anaro as quickly as possible, the river down from Lake Lily would probably take you I'm gonna say trying to remember how long it took you to get to Fear, like a day and a half to get to like the docks at Lake Lilia, and then probably another 2 on the river itself. Not 2 days, 2 weeks on the river.
Damn.
2 weeks instead of like
probably
3
closer to
weeks.
a week and a half on the river.
Week and a half.
As opposed to probably close to 3 weeks on foot, assuming no interruptions.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And by on foot, I mean with cart. On the road.
Yeah.
And I guess I assume.
Sorry, going down Lake Lilia might also be a good idea because Payson is interested in the forest along that river specifically, which has a source of negative energy, of negative magical energy coming from it. that is right alongside that river.
Oh, in the middle of between the river and Moonsfell.
Mhm.
Yes.
Ooh, interesting.
That might be an opportunity to...
Maybe just quickly checking it out and then...
Yes.
Investigating real quick.
There's definitely stops along the way. I mean, the boats have to stop, I mean, effectively nightly. Yeah. They don't travel all the way through the night. They typically moor each night, so there are stops along the way, some closer to civilization, some not, so you would definitely be able to hop off and maybe hop on another riverboat afterward.
Okay. I guess we could say this is something Peshmina understands, having...
Yeah, you and Hassan, having, like, traveled the region, would know that, like, rivers and roads are your two main methods of travel.
Lake Lilia is where I met Luca.
Yeah.
So Luca's probably vaguely familiar with the riverboats as well. I don't know if Luca's traveled via riverboat, but would definitely be familiar with them.
Has probably traveled via river.
Oh, for sure.
Sweet.
But I don't know about via river.
Would we be able to take Millie or the cart on these barges for the rest of the journey, or would we be seeking...
You definitely could. You would probably be looking for one of the larger riverboats then, but some riverboats do have, like, fully equipped stables on them.
Okay.
Or I mean, like, these are used to transport goods. Like I said, they're very common for merchants, so merchants who are, like, bringing the rest of their caravan up into the Phasia. It's rare that you get travelers that go that far, but every once in a while when they do...
So not unheard of. You can try and be... Okay. And yeah, I think Peshmina will propose that. We could get Millie in the cart again, and then take them over to the lake, where we get a barge, and then from there... just kind of boat our way down to Anaro. That's the fastest way.
Sounds acceptable to me.
Sir?
I suppose.
Then perhaps... There's nothing besides what Loka may have to do, and I do have to talk to Fehu for a brief moment. But I don't see why we couldn't leave today, perhaps.
Yeah.
This is a rather pressing matter, is it not?
It is. It's just always on the road.
It's the nature of things.
Yeah.
And it is what is demanded of us. So then I would suggest that we all start getting our affairs in order before we move.
Would that be enough time for Peshmina to get one more potion done?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, depending on when you need to leave. Potion craft, like, brewing is also probably something you can do in travel. When it comes to, like, the minor, like, the first 2 ranks of healing potions, the process involved is not particularly involved.
You know how to boil water?
I mean, and it's like, it's making a slightly more complicated soup.
Yeah.
then I won't worry about it.
Alright. Now, if you'll excuse me, before Loka does whatever Loka is going to do at Feihu's, I need to speak to her and Han. I'll also bring up to Feihu the possibility of access to a Millie and a card again.
Oh, of course. Yeah, Millie is yours to make use of as long as she's amenable.
Where the hell did you come from, Feihu?
I assume you went and asked.
Yes.
Which is, I believe, what Hasan said. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Smash cut.
Yeah, hard
Yeah,
cut.
exactly.
Cut out the travel. Cut out the middleman. If you're looking in hauling anything particularly large, or maybe if you're just interested in a little bit more speed, you might be interested in acquiring an additional fox. I don't have any more at the disposal of Mirage, but there's always merchants and traders. I believe that fox trade tends to be quite common among the merchants. If you're interested in some more fox power. But yeah, otherwise, Millie and the usual little cart is more than yours to use.
Wonderful, thank you. And while I'm here, and forgive me for springing this on you, Hasan will rustle out of his bag a sheet of paper and hand it to Feihu. This is a cipher. And now this is something that I haven't used that is a cool part of the linguist trait. I can... Oh, wait. Crap, I closed D&D Beyond. Why did I do that?
Oops.
Yeah. But with linguist trait, I can create ciphers that in languages that only I and other people I have taught it to can know, although it can probably be cracked with, I'm guessing, let's see. What is the...
It says successful DC 21 int check, which I believe scales with your intelligence. Or they use magic to decipher it.
Yes. I believe.
Relevantly, simply understanding like stuff like comprehend languages is not a magical effect that can decipher your ciphers. Like, they would need to use like divination magic to be able to magically decipher it.
Yeah, but either way, DC 21 to decipher it. So yeah, we have a cipher now. Absolutely.
Any ideas on like what it's based on? Like is it the kind of cipher that has a key?
Yes, it would.
Maybe key to a particular song or something.
Key to
story.
Key to a particular. Key to a story, and the draconic camp. I'm going to say that the draconic characters are slightly scrambled, slightly modified a bit, like the letters being sort of smashed together.
Yeah, for sure.
In a sense.
Yeah, you absolutely create a cipher, and you take a little minute to teach it to Feihu, who looks very amused by this. It's like, ooh, spycraft.
I'm not one to distrust the postman, but we have no idea who held Carthaxes
This is true. Have not met Carthax.
And either way, this will be a way to communicate. And I figured it might as well be useful if we truly need to be, well, discreet.
Yes, and I imagine so.
Yes. And, alright, well then, before we leave, I have a few more things to settle, although not here.
Alright. And you all are headed for, Anaro, correct?
Yes. Oh yes, I will also, warn you? Loka... I'll let it's hard to explain. Loka will be by in a period of time.
I'm sure it won't be boring.
Yes, I will not.
All right.
Either way, just know that he will be here. Good day, and just looks to the little baby dragon. Hello.
Hi.
Hello there, just...
Hi.
Hi. Yes, hi.
Hi.
Goodbye.
Hi.
And Nisan's just gonna like awkwardly like walk up to it, give it a little scritch.
Mm-hmm. It seems to enjoy that.
Yep. Don't
They
forget
just kind
my
of like
rules.
wiggle. High energy.
This is much easier. This is in case Nisan just remarks to you. This is much easier than dealing with actual people. Oh God, that came out wrong.
Fahey just gives a full laugh. Oh, you'll bite your tongue yet. This little one will be one of those real people before long.
Stay small and adorable forever, why don't you?
Hi.
My little songster, you're going to be such a wonderful little scholar, aren't you? Nisan will bid goodbye and leave.
I assume like Loka busts through the door.
Yeah, I figured
Kool-Aid Man's through the wall of the horde.
would pass by Heisan. It was like,
I was gonna go with you to Fahey's, but I lost track of you.
Yes, that was by design. Have a good time. Nisan continues walking.
What?
Loka just kind of like looking behind him still, keeps walking into the horde.
You enter the horde? It looks like Zerga and Taxel have gone, but it is just Fahey and Guinevere at the moment.
It's the baby! How's the baby doing?
Hi. Hi.
Hi!
Hi.
Hi!
Favorite word of the day.
Hi!
Hi.
Do you know other words? Do you know like
No.
what? That's so good you know no!
No.
Do you know the difference between no and
No.
no? You don't know?
No.
Can you go don't know?
No.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi! Hi, here.
Hi. Laugh from her too. This is a very amusing day. What can I do for you, Loka?
It's really hard for me not to also just say hi back to her again.
It's the cycle.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have some really exciting news for you.
I bet.
And, but I think I'm gonna need your help because, so yesterday, Zoran scared me, and I turned into a crocodile, and I don't mean like as a joke, like I like went rah and pretended to be a crocodile. I mean, I actually turned into a crocodile, and then I thought I like kind of squeezed really hard, and I turned into like a little lizard thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I figure if I can turn into other things now, I should be able to turn into a dragon, but I don't know how to do that yet, so I figured I'd come and ask you for some help because I figure you would know best how to turn into a dragon since you're a dragonborn that can turn back into a dragon. But even though you're actually a dragon that turns into a dragonborn,
it is more the other way around.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can transform into things.
I think so.
You said
yeah.
you did it when you were startled. Can you do it at will?
I don't know. Let's try.
All right. Something that you're familiar with. Do you get the sense that you can transform into anything or a subset of things? Hey, try transforming into me. Like not in my draconic form, like Dragonborn Fahey.
Okay.
And Loka just goes, And all of a sudden, he just kind of like puff of smoke turns into a camel.
Close, you're getting there. You're getting there.
No.
Did I do it?
Not exactly a spitting image. You know what might make this? Hey, can you can't observe yourself. Here, and she ruffles around in her hoard for a minute, and then grabs like a big, tall mirror.
Oh God, I look ugly.
So that's certainly not what you were going for. Have everything that you have transformed into so far been animals?
Yeah, so far.
All right. The things that you are particularly familiar with are sea creatures, I assume, correct?
I would say so.
All right. Let's do an experiment then. And she will tap her staff and like gesture largely in front of her, and will create water. And creates like basically a big floating orb of water in front of you. And just goes, all right, try, because it's something you might be familiar with, jump into the water and transform into the biggest creature you can think of.
A whale?
It's time to go to the dungeon bestiary and...
Yeah, I was trying. I don't think I have a big thing.
Because you'll be able to transform into the biggest sea creature that is the challenge rating 1 or less.
Yeah.
I think sharks are 2. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't have shark on my thing. I have exactly 6 things saved. For later reference. So I think what I'm gonna do is I think you can do
giant octopus.
That I can, and I was actually about to.
Oh, you can do giant seahorse.
I don't think that's particularly useful though.
Yeah, so probably
So, yeah.
I think giant octopus is the biggest thing you can turn into. That is also a sea creature.
Yeah, and so Loka, like the most awkward camel jump you've ever seen, if you've even ever seen a camel jump, which I can't say that I have.
Nope.
I'm already looking it up, don't worry.
Thank you. You're doing the Lord's work over there. Yeah, so just like splashes into the water the most awkward way possible. All of the air expels from Loka, and then all of a sudden just into an octopus.
You can see yourself. It's a little hard to see through the water, but I mean, you're an octopus. You're well equipped to do so, and you see yourself as an octopus floating in the water. A large octopus too, and Feihu's just kind of like looking, like, interesting.
I don't know if Loka can talk as an octopus. Just speaks in Aquan.
Mm-hmm.
Does she know Aquan?
She does know Aquan.
Oh fuck. Then yeah, just like.
Okay, so I'm an octopus now, and that's cool, but
I think
that's still not a dragon.
No, and I think you may have a hard time accomplishing something either that big or that complex.
I would say octopus are pretty complex.
Sure, but not in the way that matters for magic. This is very impressive, though. You should be proud of yourself. This is a fascinating new development.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do with it.
Do you have a hankering for, like, krill or sardines?
No, not really.
No? Alright.
What, do you have any?
Not on hand, no. Sorry.
Because now that you say it.
No, so, and, here, I'll add, you change out of an octopus before I dissipate the water, or else you won't be able to breathe.
I don't really know how to do that very well, so...
Alright, have fun! And dissipates the water.
Easy, just got a string on myself and then turn back into me. That's exciting.
That was deeply worrying, but I'm glad you're okay. Alright. I don't think I've ever seen an octopus suffocate before. That was a deeply unsettling vision. Alright.
Glad I can bring new experiences to you. Well-lived life.
You never fail to do that, Loka. This much has always been true for as long as I have known you. And I have not known you very long, and this has happened multiple times.
What can I say? I'm a treasure.
You are. So, I think we can determine that it's not a true polymorph. And as such like a dragon would have. And as a result, I do not think you will be able to transform into a draconic creature yet. Perhaps with some practice and development. Maybe some more experience around draconic forms, you may be able to suss out how to do so, but since it is different than my own abilities, sorry, but I do not have any idea how I might be able to assist you.
Well, I can't say that's not disappointing.
I understand.
But, if anything, that just means I have to go understand dragon... What'd you say? Understand dragon form?
Yeah, like physiology. I could spend more time in my natural state, potentially, if you would like to simply be around someone in their natural form more frequently. Because it seems it may be easier for you to transform into things that you are familiar with.
That is not a half bad idea. Unfortunately, did Hasan tell you that we're probably going to be leaving here soon?
He did. And you asked, and obviously you all have permission to continue to borrow Millie and our little meager cart for your journey.
Oh, well, thank you. There's no chance that you're gonna, come with us and...
No, unfortunately. Guinevere needs attending to, as does all of Mirage.
Oh, I guess that's true.
But when you return, I would be more than happy to greet you in a more natural state.
Well, then I look forward to it, and I look forward to turning... I don't like that I'm about to say what I'm about to say, so never mind. I was gonna say turning into you, but that's not really what I want to do, so...
That would be odd.
It is odd. I said, I don't like that I said it.
I'm glad you vetoed that one.
Yeah. Honestly, around anybody else, I probably would have just said it, but...
I appreciate the consideration. And it's likely Guinevere will be much larger by the time you're back again.
Maybe I can turn into Guinevere right now.
You could try.
You know what I do have saved? Loka tries one more time, turns into a mastiff.
Well,
it's about the same size.
It's about the same size. That's close. And to be fair, Guinevere can't fly either yet.
Trying to think of a voice for this dog. Excuse me. Well, I'll get there someday.
Guinevere looks delighted at this entire time, just so enthralled by this fish man turning into various strange creatures. Looked a little scared at the octopus. Was not a fan of the octopus.
Weird.
But much more okay with the mastiff.
It suddenly, I'm just gonna do it again. Suddenly, Playbows as the mastiff starts running around with Guinevere. Completely forgets for half a second that Feihu is even there.
Feihu, as always, when you are around, just looks slightly bemused.
Oh, love this weird little fish man. What the fuck?
He is just a handful.
She's so fond.
I know what you can turn into, Loka. You can turn into a beaver.
I saw that and I was like, no.
No.
We've already got one of them. He does enough.
Right. Well, I hope that this has been an educational time for you. Anything else that folks have going on? In preparation or simply before departing for Lake Lilia?
Trying to think of what we might need. I do think we should actually see if there's another fox, because poor Millie, that's a very far way to go. And she's already done so much. Need a friend for her.
Yeah. There are several merchants in town at the time being, and one of them, as there seems to always be, as there is simply always demand for foxes, has a wide variety of them. Several of various demeanors and whatnot. Do you take Millie with you?
I think so. I think we want to find someone who's compatible, of a similar temperament.
That's reasonable. Yeah, so the merchant is more than happy to kind of like walk you around with the other foxes of varying builds. Some are built more like Ruli's foxes, where they're like very little speed demons, little chaotic speed demons. Some are built more like workhorses, like very big, very strong, very look like they would be great for pulling enormous merchant trains, but very slowly. And there are the vast majority, like the wide middle, are built like Millie. Simple, like everyday, average use fennec foxes for the purpose of travel, both into and out of the Phasia. Mostly within the Phasia, but certainly can handle a greater climate and are higher utility than horses would be elsewhere. You find several. Go ahead and give... Do I want Millie to help you with an animal handling check, or do I want you to help Millie with a persuasion check? I'll have Millie help you with an animal handling check.
Okay.
To try and find a fox that is reasonably compatible.
Okay, so this will be with advantage? Oh, well, that was a natural 20.
Oh, fine.
So, 22.
You've spent, a lot of time with Millie on the road at this point.
I love her.
And the two of you vibe pretty well. I think you have historically been one of the major people actually handling her at any given point in time, and have shown some very obvious open kindness. And I think it doesn't take too long until you kind of notice that Millie is gravitating toward a few foxes in particular. That, like, you find, and of those foxes, you find one that seems to be similar build, similar temperament, They seem to get along. They play a little bit, but they're not, like, obsessed with each other. They wouldn't get distracted if put to any kind of task.
Right.
And you find another fennec fox named Twig.
Twig. Hi, Twig. And it scratches around their face and ears.
More than amenable. They warm up to you pretty quickly.
So how much for Twig here?
Oh, fine but simple specimen. Let's say 15 gold.
Done and done.
Right.
Readily hands over 15 gold.
Yeah. And the merchant will more than willingly hand you over the reins. Right.
Okay, you two.
Be sure to feed him well.
Will do. Oh gosh, do we still have all that fennec feed, or at least, or
Probably
no?
have a chunk of it. You gave. I think you gave almost all of it to Ruli's ladies, or at least some of it.
Well, we will be restocking anyways. So.
And yeah, they'll more than happily follow you. They're much like Millie, just a very easygoing animal, very easy to handle. Not much in the way of power, but doesn't need to be.
Good foxes. Won't be hitching them up just yet, just because it's still a bit early, but definitely getting them ready, getting stuff together.
Getting Twig just kind of like familiar with the reins and the cart makes sense. Like, this is the thing you're going to be doing. You probably need to, like, make some adjustments to the, like, attachment points on the cart so that it can, like, handle two work animals.
Everyone wants to talk to Feihu. I also actually want to talk to Feihu and Zerga a bit. Where is Zerga?
Zerga's about town. Seems like running errands mostly.
Then we'll hopefully run into Zerga then.
Yeah, more than I think, like just after getting the foxes, even.
Zerga.
Ah, Pashmina, how art thou?
Better.
Good to hear.
I thought you would be interested to know that we're heading to Onaro next.
Ooh, City of Lights. Well, I suppose there's... Althra has a lot of titles. I'm never really sure which one dost apply at any given point in the histoire. But, I'm very fond of Onaro. Onaro is a place to visit. Hope thou dost have fun.
Well, I was thinking maybe once we get there, we could let you know, and if you wanted to also happen to be there. Give you an excuse.
I really should look after, but they'll be a bit more grown by then. I will remember this, and I might take you up on it. That would be an fine adventure. It hath been quite long since last I was there.
I'll be sure to write you when you arrive.
Appreciated. And regardless of whether I will accompany you there, thou must experience at least some of the shows, the plays, the musics. Even if thou art on serious business.
I hope we can enjoy ourselves a bit. At least a little. We'll see.
I will be saying a prayer for thou in hopes that thou might get some time off. In the meantime, I will keep my eye here and should anything develop, we'll do likewise.
What are you doing today?
Oh, just running a few errands, getting some more livestock for the little one, and some things for myself. Not much in the meantime. Just Fehu hath little business amongst the town, so she doth watch over Guinevere while I may take my leave for the moment.
So are they over in kind of vaguely gestures horde ways?
Yes. Very much so. Guinevere is very fond of the horde. 'Tis a safe place.
Makes sense. It's basically where they're growing up for the time being.
Indeed.
I'm gonna start heading that way.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we'll be able to say goodbye before we go.
Oh, let's hope so, but otherwise, wonderful travels.
Later.
Right. And Zerga continues to acquire things. All right.
Enough Peshmina's heading to the horde.
Yes. And I believe by this point, Hassan has made it to Han, probably.
Yes. Sure. Hassan just wanted to briefly check in and ask. Say that they were gonna leave for a while. How long should he expect his order to take? Or if they can give anything.
A few more days, unfortunately. I could send it to you, though, if you wouldn't mind. Maybe it probably costed just a few silver to send it through Carthax's.
Oh, of course, I can pay that as much. And don't worry, I'm not trying to rush you.
No, I understand. It's gotta stay hot! Just like he's forging the mail. It's a whole ordeal.
It's very alright.
He's doing alright.
Well,
no explosions today. Points to a sign that says, like, days since last explosion, and it's got 1 on it.
Oh, that's good. Maybe... Was that what I heard last night?
Wasn't supposed to be. Looks over at Lorm. Lorm's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't in the forge last night. I was in a plant. In a plant. Han's just gonna go, I'm gonna say that one doesn't count, so we have a high score that is higher than 0.
That's good. Alright, well, that is all I needed. Thank you, apologize.
Yep,
I'll leave you to your work.
By all means.
Yep. And that's literally all I wanted to do. I just wanted to get
absolutely
square that.
Alright, Pejmina, you're back in the hole. Oh, sorry.
How much silver should we remove for that?
2. Just 2 silver.
Sorry, Caroline, I need you to do that.
2 silver?
Yep.
Total?
Yes.
Love it.
Alright, Pejmina, you're back in the horde. You passed Loka on the way there.
Oh, hi, Loka.
Hi, you gotta go talk to Fisher too?
Oh, yes. How was your conversation? Did you learn anything about turning into a dragon?
That I can't do it quite yet.
Ah.
But I'm gonna get there. Don't worry.
Well, at least now we know, barge. We will be going by barge.
Yep, and his son got us a cart and Millie, and...
I got Millie a friend.
Oh, okay.
Just so she doesn't get exhausted.
Yeah, that's fair. We're gonna be on the road for a while. But, yeah. No, go. Enjoy your Thursday here. I will see you at the inn.
Will do. And then she's gonna go into the horde.
You are in the horde. Guinevere is very tired and is taking a nap.
Ah.
After running around with Loka.
Sleepy. Hugh?
Yes. What's up?
Oh,
Oh, busy today. Or popular, rather.
Sorry, it's just that we're getting ready to go again, so... I mostly just wanted to check in with you. He kind of arrived, a lot happened, and now we're leaving again.
As is the way of things. I'm doing alright. Better with the little one here. More so, honestly. One of the biggest changes around here is simply that I'm no longer hiding my form among the regulars. Which is the first in a very long time.
It's
bit of a
kind of
scary
remarkable.
first. But it's going well, and I'm very happy.
Good. I'm sad that we can't enjoy things while they seem so... Things seem really nice around here right now.
Always growing and changing. Sands of the Phasia and all that. It's part of the reason I rooted here. Figured it wouldn't be boring. It never is.
Here's hoping you didn't get more than you asked for.
Oh, I always get more than I ask for. Looks down at sleeping Guinevere.
Were they okay after yesterday? I didn't mean to upset them so much.
Yes, no, they were fine. Just sympathetic.
They're sweet things.
They're little enough that they seem to take on the emotion of whoever's around them. It took a little bit of calming. I assure you, they're more than fine. They got a snack.
There was a couple of things that have been kind of at the back of my mind for a bit. Things just kept happening, and they just kept falling to the wayside. Are you terribly familiar with the name Willow Guiltleaf?
Yes. But it's been a very long time. Long enough that I went by a different name, in fact.
Oh. Right, that was... Sorry, I was remembering that because we had found something written by a Willow Guiltleaf. And it mentioned you, but not as we know you.
Yes. They were one of my best friends. One of my first... After, my family and I were forced from our homes, and I developed enough to go out on my own. They were just this curious, way too curious for their own good. Little elf who stumbled upon me and instead of running, started asking questions. And they stuck by me for some time, a long time.
Oh. Okay. Sorry, that was all I meant to...
No, I haven't thought about them in a very long time.
I suppose they aren't still...
She shakes her head. Not anymore.
My condolences.
No, I've made my peace with that.
Well, somehow her texts ended up in the Thronian Academy's library, so...
Oh. Well, I deserved. She was a beautiful writer. I loved her works.
Hopefully many get to enjoy her works. We certainly did.
I should put together a collection or something. Maybe I could contribute to the library. Give others a chance. Sorry, I didn't mean to become so, melancholy. It's,
Consider it my fault. I'm... And she kind of, like, waves the air as, like, a gesture. It's following me around lately.
It does tend to do that,
Misery loves company. I did have another question that's... When we were in Buddha's lair, after everything that happened, we had Schema with us, just for a time, trying to figure out what to even do with him. And listen, I'm not putting any real stock into what someone like that has to say. And some of it's just downright hypocritical. I mean... But he did say something that... It got me thinking a little bit. It made me realize I don't actually understand much about dragons. What... This isn't... sorry, I'm waffling a bit. If it's alright, could I ask... What is the purpose of a dragon's hoard? Why do dragons seemingly all have this habit thing that they do?
An interesting question. For many, it's practically a compulsion. I mean, you've seen Guinevere's not even a month old, and they're already taking whatever they want and piling it.
Clearly has an affinity.
Yes. Something between an instinct and an addiction. Though manifests in many different ways. Some hoard texts, or plants, or gold, or jewels, or rocks. Magical items, swords, helmets, banners, heads. Not always healthy. So you could say a part of it is our nature. It's something every dragon knows to do, regardless of age, of disposition, of relative desire for the world. They know to take and to keep. I think if you asked every dragon you could, each would probably give you a different answer as to why they collect. personally, I find it to be a way to connect with history, with our culture as a tradition of its own right. I feel connected to my ancestors and my contemporaries when I collect. Mine is more eclectic than most, a bit unfocused, perhaps. But it feels good to have things. And the things I find valuable because of their connections to people and to history and stories. Every magic item I have bestowed upon you and been bestowed has stories behind it, has an individual, has history. Every coin, a memorable transaction or heroic journey of some kind. When I was younger, how I accrued the majority of my hoard was commissioning mercenaries and adventurers. People not unlike yourself to go accomplish great tasks and return to me with them. And I would bestow upon them gifts of magic and of fame. Or say I would. I admit yours is a situation not unlike theirs, though. Born first out of convenience. I thought simply visiting my sister would be a very simple quest. When Tanya said she had something to give you. Or rather, when Tanya told me she had someone who needed a task. Occupation. But for some others, sometimes it is not just the having, but the lack of others having. Collection means collecting, hoarding means that you possess something that another cannot. I'd heard of some particularly spiteful dragons upon protracting some kind of terrible, uncurable disease or suffering a fatal wound, designing their hoards such that they could destroy them at a moment's notice. A red dragon building their hoard over the mouth of a volcano, so that should they fall in battle, their gold would plunge into the magma below. Simply so that no one else could have it. It's a complicated thing. At least I like to think so.
Certainly. I mean, thank you for answering me so thoroughly. It's
something I think about a lot.
I knew from the moment he said it that I didn't necessarily fully agree with him, but there was a part of me that also... Your answer is reassuring because, frankly, mortals are just as bad. Maybe they think they're better, but they're not. It's not a singular issue.
No. But sometimes I do wonder whether we've truly developed beyond that. Our namesakes. Dragon, the term in common, derived from great lizard. That for all of my pontificating, maybe it is just simple greed. She kind of reaches over to one of the nearby shelves and pulls a coin off of it and just kind of looks deeply into it for a moment. Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Will do. Insight. Yes. Not 1 plus 5. Ooh. A 6 total. Fuck that.
There's something almost unsettling about the way she gazes into the polished surface of the coin. And it is fully opaque to you.
I think Pashmina kind of closes her hand around it, like closing Feihu's hand with her hand around it.
Well, she'll place it back where it was, among a few others. It's an interesting topic. If you should meet any other dragons that are amenable, I would suspect they may be interested in the same question.
I'm sure that they would jump at the chance to answer in their own unique way. Thank you for your time.
Of course, always. I hope you have a safe and quick journey.
I do too.
Please do enjoy Naro. Oh, and I almost forgot. Not simply because you're going to Inaro, but you have accomplished a great task for me in bringing Taxel to me and functionally removing the proverbial ichor of Damocles from above my head. Please, for you and your companions, and we'll grab a particular bag, which has been portioned out into 4 100 gold increments.
Ugh. Oh my. Thank you.
Some things, the more things change, the more things stay the same. Those who do tasks deserve to be rewarded, and sometimes the simplest ways are best.
Well, if we're successful, that should be its own reward. We hope we can get this settled once and for all.
Safe travels, Pedro.
Thank you. Hopefully we'll write to you soon.
I'll be
Maybe
waiting.
get one last goodbye before we really head out.
Understood.
And she'll turn and leave.
All right. Daron, what have you been up to today? Anything in particular?
What's up?
What have you been doing this morning while everyone else has been miscellaneously talking to Feihu at their own given points in time?
Honestly, God, yeah.
Sleeping?
They don't have to talk to Feihu, so that's a little different. So nothing
different.
pressing.
Sorry, just built different over here.
Mm-hmm. Obviously. Honestly, I think they're just shopping around for provisions
Oh yeah.
for like the trip.
easy enough to get supplies if you want to.
Like, honestly, they don't really have plans to do anything today.
No, absolutely, and don't need to. Do you want to just like grab some rations?
Probably just exactly that. How many am I allowed?
So, I mean, a ration will cost like 3 copper apiece for like a day's rations.
Okay, 3 copper.
And I think like there is definitely a maximum of supply as far as like what you can carry and what is on offer, but like unless you're planning on buying like hundreds of them, you can grab as many as you want.
Okay. I'm trying to do the math in my head. Cause I'm just like, how much would like 1 gold's worth be? And I'm struggling
give me
now.
1 sec, so 1 times 10 times 10.
30?
100 divided by 3. Yeah, just about.
Like 30 rations?
Oh my.
Yeah, 33 rations specifically.
33?
Which is, then you run a little bit into the volume problem of like, okay, how many can you carry? But you've got a bag of holding, so it's a little bit less of a problem.
I guess for the sake of this, I just say like, hey, I have the bag of holding on me right now for this. So.
Sure. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
I just want to get enough so it's easy enough to split through everyone.
Does Zoran currently have the head? So the gold is in Zoran's inventory, but Hassan is the one holding the bag of holding. Generally.
Yes.
Okay.
The logistics here are a little tough.
They're kind of funky.
I will add the bag of holding to Hassan's inventory.
Cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, for the sake of this, am I allowed to have it for right now?
I mean,
yeah.
Because they probably
Hassan
would have
had
said like,
nothing to do
hey,
with it.
I'm just gonna go on a shopping spree for us then.
Yeah.
You guys
the
do
bag
what
can
you
hold
need
500 pounds of stuff. Yeah, you're fine.
to. Yeah. So I'm gonna
2
remove
feet in diameter, 4 feet deep. Sure. Oh,
I'm
sorry.
removing.
64 cubic feet of volume.
Oh,
yeah, you're
Jesus
fine.
Christ.
You're totally
Yeah.
fine.
Alright, so I'm going to add 33 rations. So let me do math here. 8 plus 33, 40 what? 42.
41.
41. Not 841, Caroline. Okay, we have 41, which is so much weight. Oh my god.
How much does each ration weigh?
1 day of rations is 16 pounds, I think.
16 pounds?
What?
That doesn't
you gotta
make
think-
sense.
Bubby's like
It's-
15
I
pounds.
put in, it is 2 pounds for each.
2 pounds. Oh, right, because
One
you
ration
had 8.
is 2 pounds. I'm currently holding 82 pounds according to D&D Beyond,
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
which is gross.
So I would have a bag of holding.
Yeah. So
Do you also have the potion of healing in your inventory?
I have 1, I think. Where is it? Because I know
They
you gave me one. I do not have it in here. Let me add that.
Okay, then I'll take it out of mine.
Potion of healing. Just like a regular standard potion of healing. The 2d4
Yep.
plus 2.
Good old, yep, regular old
Think.
potion.
Add to equipment. Done.
Then yeah, you shop
done.
around and grab some rations. It's
Yeah.
like survival rations, so you're getting like salt pork and hardtack.
Yeah, pretty much.
But, like,
Not the best in the world, but you
with,
know,
with some
it'll
finesse, can very
It'll
much get into less of a. It's not as much of a problem.
For those
Mhm.
days when we're on the road and when we're not. And
Yeah.
staying in a nice inn.
do. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
For sure.
Anything else you would like to do? Anything else anyone would like to do?
Not me, I'm good.
Don't think so. Look at my notes very, very quickly. Nope. Oh god, I have the hiccups all of a sudden. Nope, that is it. Pishman is
Alright.
basically just getting everything together now.
Then I think it would make sense if you all kind of met up at the cart, saddling up Millie and Twig. Just I will
Good foxes.
simply draw from the nearest foxes available. anything you would like to do before you set out? Heading towards the docks of Lake Lilia.
Hitch the wagons. Hee-haw.
Yeehaw.
Well, not for me, that's for sure. I've done what I need to.
All right.
On the road again.
Then yeah, you manage to hitch your wagon up. You say your goodbyes. You manage your supplies. You transfer 30 rations into a bag of holding.
Should I add that to my inventory?
I added the rations to mine.
It's just medium complicated at this point.
Yeah.
Pashmina would have given everyone their share, so everyone can add 100 gold to their respective inventories.
Oh,
Okay.
sick.
So we have personal money, not just...
Everyone's got 100 gold.
Yeah, we have the personal money and the bank money. The Caroline bank money.
Yeah.
Such an absurd amount of gold.
It's probably like late
worry about
morning.
it.
Late morning by the time you set off. So you can make it most of the way to Lake Lilia. Yeah, let's say about like a third to a half of the way there to Lake Lilia. Even still today, before having to stop to make camp. And then can easily make the rest of the way there the following day. While you are on the road, I have a letter for one of you.
Who's it gonna be?
Then I would like to call it for tonight, just a little early.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Spoilers, it's for Hannah. Because you've been sending the most mail lately.
I like to send letters.
You do like to send letters. This is a thing I know about you.
How is it marked?
It's via Carthax's arcane couriers. You mean like?
Yes. Does it look a certain way? Does it?
It is sealed with the family crest in wax. In addition to the Carthax's stamp. Also, it's kind of funny. I guess there's two wax seals next to each other.
One over the other. It's like, well, we have to do this way, so.
And we can deal with the ramifications of that beginning of next session.
I think so.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, thank you all for playing today.
Thank you.
A rich preparation session. Actually, I had a lot of fun today. I think I went right to left last time, so everyone left to right today. So, Hannah, stars and wishes.
Oh gosh. Stars. Excited to be on the road again, officially. Despite what Pashmina says. It can be difficult to play sad because I'm having fun. So it's like, it's a weird place to be, but I'm kind of glad that I was allowed to play with that a bit. And that everyone was on board. So thank you.
Yeah.
Just a good solid session. Wishes. Oh god. Interested to see what this travel is gonna be like. It feels kind of unusual for the way that we've been doing things. Also excited to get to Onaro. I really want to see what Onaro is like.
Yeah.
Excited to read this letter. It's probably good. I'm kind of scared to read this. I think Pashmina's scared to read this.
Excellent. All right, Caroline, stars and wishes.
Yeah. Stars. I didn't mind that it was a little bit of a shorter session. I honestly had a little bit hard time concentrating just cause brain weird. But I liked it. Start the entire Oasis scene with Loka. It just cracked me up. I'm honestly really glad that I was there for that. It was very, very good. Star, hi, and no. I love them. I love them so much.
Only knows a few words.
Only knows a few words, and they're very good words.
Very monosyllabic.
Every kid has a no phase.
I love
it.
Exactly. I'm just waiting for the Y phase.
Whoa.
That is what I'm waiting for.
Why?
How?
You think human terrible twos are bad?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. I'm sure.
Gonna have
struggles. I'm looking forward to it. Wishes. I can't wait to get on the road. I can't wait to travel to yet another new place. So, honestly, that's pretty much it. Like, I'm just pumped to, like, get into it. Get to somewhere else. Yeah, and that's it.
Nice. Alright. Matt. Oh, wait, no, me. I'm in the middle. Stars. I had a lot of fun in a lot of. I got to play Feihu a lot this session. This is definitely not what you were expecting. I don't think, Hannah in particular, but like, I have thought so much about dragons in this setting.
See,
and I think, and the thing that I like about playing dragons is I think dragons have thought a lot about dragons in this setting. So they just are very introspective in a way that makes them a lot of fun. If you ask questions about dragons, they're gonna have long-ass answers about it.
It makes me glad that Schemo said that, because I started thinking about that. I was like, damn, Schemo's kind of on to... He's not... I'm not gonna say he's cooking,
well,
but like...
I think one of the things that is interesting there is Schemo pontificated on the how people got hordes, and the question you explicitly asked was why. And those two questions have different answers. And I think that that's really fascinating. Yeah, I don't know. And also the ethics of sending adventurers to do shit. I think is interesting. Anyway.
It's a living.
There's just a lot going on with dragons, and I like talking about it. I really enjoy playing magic specialists too. I'd thought a lot about like characters who are skilled at very specific types of magic. Like Astior's a divination specialist. Astior's useless in combat, but is a very high level divination wizard. Can do like can not quite cast like wish literally, but has like multiple ways of scrying on people in various ways and predicting somewhere between the present and the future. And that's really cool. And having the same thought process for a divine caster who specializes in grief was really interesting, because it's just like, okay, cool. So they've definitely got ceremony. They've definitely got speak with dead. And then they probably have mold earth as a spell to let them like actually do cool, good gravesite stuff. And that was just a lot of fun to think about and then play through. Because it's literally like, this is the thing that you as a religious individual are meant to do with your magic. So we're going to do that. And I thought, I really enjoyed playing that. I thought that was lots of fun. Wishes. I am hoping to make this travel interesting. And I think that that'll be a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. And I'm also looking forward to you all being in Anaro eventually, because that is a location that it's one of those other things that's been like in the back of my mind for a really long time, and now I have to like actually make some hard details about it. And that process is going to be really fun. I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, so Matt, stars and wishes.
Yeah. Stars. I'm glad that I got to play around a little bit with Loka. One of the things that I've really been wanting to do since we decided that he was going to be a druid is like, okay, how does he? I wanted it to like be, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but I wanted his powers to like not be sudden. Like, oh, Loka just wild shapes in the middle of combat for the first time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I
Go ahead.
had the time to play around and do that. Excuse me. I think I'm already moving on to wishes, but I'm also looking forward to travel. I'm also looking forward to Inaro. I am also very tired.
Sleepy.
Yeah, I'm happy to keep this one a little bit shorter tonight.
I don't know. I enjoyed myself though. Like I had a good time. I am tired.
Mm-hmm. A feel-good session.
Yeah.
Except for the players, not for Peshmina.
Yeah, Pashmina had a bad time. The rest of us were dicking around.
All right, Eli.
Yeah, look, this is actually not a good time right now. Something's happening.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Just ignore me. I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Sorry, Eli.
All right.
Night
It's
night.
okay. Sorry. Night night. Bye.
Bye.
Well,
Womp womp.
Eli.
Happens.
Hope that he is okay and that things are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, love y'all. Thanks for playing, and looking
Thank
forward
you
to
so
playing
much.
again. Definitely not next week because I'm going to Adepticon,
That's
and
fine.
I have a lot of minis to paint before then. And by a lot, I mean like 6, but still.
A lot.
It is a lot. It's hard. I spend like 5 hours on each individual one, so
Yeah.
it is not
It's
a
a
small
lot, yeah.
undertaking.
For sure.
But yeah, looking forward to scheming and plotting and getting on the road again.
For sure.
And I will chat with and talk to y'all later.
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
Have a good night, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye bye.